that's the thing. And we gon' go another day when we don't disagree. And when the sun's shining, regardless if you do believe. Hey, still awake in the morning when I see your face. Need you more when you go, I need you more every day. Keep a foot on the brake in case I lose all control. Yeah, so baby, don't lose control. I'm focused on you, baby. Lately you've been in my aim. I've been reaching out for you and still they're so far away. Looking through the smoke in the mirror. Crazy how I see you so clear. Crazy how I see you so clear. And how you make me smile. And how you make me smile. Oh yeah. And how you make me smile. Oh baby, how you make me smile. Smile more when I see you. Smile less when I miss you. No, I don't wanna be left alone. Oh no. Smile more when you come back. Smile more when I see you. Smile more when the sun shines bright. Believe me, I need you. Smile more when you blow me up. Smile more when I see your face. Smile more when I feel love. Smile less when I need to let go. Let go. Smile less when I let go. You know I won't fall. Smile more when I see you. Smile less when I miss you. No, I don't wanna be left alone. No, don't leave me here alone.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another Satisfactory stream. I am so excited to play more of this game. I don't know if I've been this hooked on a game in a very long time. I think about it before I go to bed. I find myself thinking about it when I wake up. I don't really remember my dreams, but I could even be dreaming about this game. I just want to automate things. I don't know why I'm hooked. I don't know why I'm hooked. I mean, I bet a lot of you saw this coming quite some time ago. Like, I think Serge would like Satisfactory, and just like red-eyed, staring at the screen, not sleeping. You're like, yes, it's good. So it's been a week since our last stream. We last played this on Sunday. And since then, I've also gotten my good friend Fugi hooked on it, and we've made our own little world. And then while Fugi and I were talking, he's like, hey, do you want just some like help on your stream world? And I was like, would you do that? And he's like, yeah, that'd be super fun, you know, just like jam and play some games together. So I have enlisted the help of a good friend who's also much better at automation than I am. Salad Cookie says, sounds like my feelings about your stream. Oh man, Itameshi's also hooked on the game. That's fair. Hey, what's up, Palvari-chan? Anyways, so without further ado, let's get Fugi in the call. Good morning, my friend Fugi.
Good morning.
I'm really, really grateful for you joining me today, and I cannot wait to take advantage of your certain set of skills. How would you like to phrase that?
My logistically inclined brain. I
Sure.
don't know.
So when Fuji and I were playing off stream, I was amazed at how differently our brains work. Our brains work so different. Let me try and draw a diagram to illustrate how different our brains are. All right. So this is Surge. This is the Surge brain. Surge brain is solve for C, or in this case, produce C. So I go, okay, A goes into B, goes into C. And then if I need to make D, okay, A goes into B, goes into D, right? Nice little clean units and stuff like that. And Fuji's like, you're so wasteful. I'm like, what? And Fuji's like, okay, this is Fuji's brain. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is we need to make A as efficient as possible. Then what we need to do is we need to route all of the A input into an area where we produce B. Now picture there's like a bunch of arrows going that way. Now any excess production that doesn't get used will route over to another B facility here and like another B facility here. And then if anything backs up, we'll have redundancy so it can move everywhere. Then we'll have like C over here, but like there are all these other contained issues. Instead of having little tiny things that solve for one thing, Fuji's brain solves everything. Or we can visualize that. So I'm going to hop into Fuji's world right now. And this is going to be something like Fuji's resume. Fuji, what skills do you think you bring to the table? All right, let's find out.
Massive repetition.
This might be an interesting illustration of how like a computer programmer's brain works, just the way that you approach solving problems.
You are like a normal computer. My brain is like a quantum computer.
Oh, I just realized that. Hold on a second. I have to fix my OBS. Ignore this for a second. This is my bad. I got a new 1440 monitor, and I haven't changed my.
Welcome to the future, Surge.
Welcome to the future, Fuji says. All right. I see some concrete platforms. I'm not too impressed. Oh my. Okay. All right.
I may have played this for a little bit since the last time you were here.
Okay. Well, there's Fuji's coal production. I see a conveyor belt. Okay.
I gave up on trucks. Trucks were a mistake.
Trucks were a mistake.
Nobody's got time for that.
What is this?
That's the shop. That's the awesome shop.
Why is there a hole in the floor? What?
Because there's a mine there. I can't build over the mine.
I was just complimenting you, and there's a. Oh my god. Okay,
Okay, maybe I need to add a little bit of railing.
Oh, this
is.
What is this?
This is the iron smeltery, and copper smeltery, I guess. So, the way the math works is, at a Mark III mine, on a normal plot needs 8 smelters, and rather than like slowly upgrading it, I just decided to build 8 for each mine immediately. And then all of the output of the smelters, I need to put down foundries, but all the output of the smelters then goes up to the next level over here. So you get this like nice elevator area, and you can just see all of the inputs going straight up.
Oh my god. Oh, I love this so much. Chat, we're but a little baby. We're but a little baby. All right, let me see the upstairs area. So what we're hoping is through Fuji's guidance, we might be able to transform what we've made into. I like your stacked sea cans.
Yeah. So this is the output area. So all of the output that comes from all of these machines gets routed into the sea cans, and you can see the far right side here is where the outputs come, and it loops around. And then if you hop over all of these conveyor belts, you can get over to the input side of things. Over here.
How do you keep track of what's... Blah.
So this part was a little annoying to figure out, but once it was done, is pretty nice. There's just 3 rows of iron here, right? So all of these constructors are only taking iron ingots as input. And these 3 rows are coming from below, from our smelters and from our mines. Once I get things sorted out, all 3 rows will be fully saturated with iron ingots and flow in. And I believe you saw me whining on Twitter about not knowing how to balance things.
Yeah.
This over here is my solution to this. So you've got a bunch of splitters and mergers stacked on each other here. And effectively what this is doing is, if you look at the bottom, there's a bunch of splitters, right? Taking the bottom row of ingots and shoving it into the constructors. And the issue with that is that as time goes on, the things further down the line get less ingots than the things at the front of the line. So you want to inject more material down into the bottom. But you want to do that in a way that if there's still material left in the bottom, it's not slowing down. You don't want... the 3 lines get you 180 ingots per minute at a Mark 1 conveyor belt.
Yeah.
And you don't want to lose any of that capacity just because you're not using it at the front of your line. And so what this is doing is using smart splitters with the ability to route with a priority to keep the bottom line as full as possible.
What's a smart splitter? Oh my god! Smart splitters? Oh,
yeah.
I'm actually so happy this exists.
I may have had to like search through the wiki to find this. I didn't find this.
No.
naturally.
Did you upgrade it, or are all splitters configurable?
It's a different machine. There's
Okay.
splitters and then there's smart splitters, and you unlock it through the MAM research tree.
People in chat being like, "Oh my god, smart splitters exist?" Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, this is a problem my brain wasn't even approaching. Oh, and this is just extra scale here that you're not... Okay.
Yeah.
And then what have you done over here with all these assemblers?
I've lost track of where you went.
Oh, I'm sorry. There's a little bit of Fugi on American internet. There's a little bit of desync between the two of us. It's a lot more stable on my side.
Well, I just can't see your player character.
I'm
there you are.
Basically in front of the second to last assembler here.
Yeah. So the way this is laid out is that all of the ingots flow into constructors, and then if there's more products I want to build, the constructors flow into assemblers and then into other assemblers. And so the way this is laid out, I can just keep expanding these lines of ingots infinitely out until I hit a cliff, I guess, and keep building constructors sideways.
It's
So I don't have
scalable.
to keep rebuilding
It
things.
scales. I love this. All right.
So I think these assemblers are just making rotors and stuff.
Well, do you wanna head to my world, and then I'll walk you through stuff a little bit.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So we've got some work to do, chat. We have a little bit of work to do to catch up and try and scale up what we're doing. And you're at about the exact same point as I am technology-wise, in that you've solved coal power, and you're now not quite at steel, but starting to scale things up, right?
Yeah, I think I've unlocked steel. I know how to make steel. I just haven't done any of it yet.
Sure. All right. So there's Fugi. Wait, is that you or?
That's my body. I'm loading into it.
Weird. Okay. All right. Well, I've got a lot more space, and yeah, this is the way that I have approached doing this chat. In that, as I was saying before with the weird little illustration, I have... Did I close that? Of course I closed that window. I have a lot of lines that just flow into one particular thing. So I've created a row that produces X, and that's it. Now, an issue we can see with this is my iron is basically stopped moving. So what Fugi has done is created basically like an overflow production that actually lets you be more productive in what we're actually creating there. Because even though I'm producing 180 iron or whatever, because it's stopped moving, I actually have wasted capacity, right? What is this game? This is Satisfactory. It's very pretty. Is the stream a bit quiet? All right, hold on. Let me bump everything up. I always tend to be a little bit on the quiet side. You just pinged something. That's kind of cool.
I read chat.
All right. So let's talk some numbers here, Fugi. I want to transform all of this. And I think something that'd be really cool to do is we also have iron production over here. So this is 30. This is 30. And then I have 60, 60, 60. That's 240. And something that I am willing to do that you're not willing to do is I am ready to overclock these bad boys. Do you? What would you do if I gave you 480 iron ore per minute?
Start building smelters, I guess.
All right, so hold on. Let's start talking about what we want to do here. From the ore, we're going to do 480 ore per minute. For outputs, we want rotors, rotots. We want rotors. We want the smart plating. Actually, smart plating comes from rotors, but we also want to stack up rotors. We want rotors. We want the what's that called? Give me a second here.
The frames?
Is it called a frame? Modular? No, it was the reinforced iron plate.
Oh, okay.
So reinforced iron plate makes smart plating. So we need to do that. We want modular frames. But at the same time, I also want to make sure that we have storage. Actually, this is a better way to do it. We want storage for everything. So on the iron side, we want iron plates, iron rods, rotors, reinforced iron plates, smart plating, and then modular frames, right? So we want that storage, and then what we probably want to do is let that back up. I don't have screws in there.
So you just want everything.
Yeah. Yeah, basically. And we should have enough storage of literally everything. Yeah, I have all the base components are all the way backed up. We're getting into 77 of iron plates, but we should have hundreds of smart plating. Amazing. Wow, thousands of rotors. And because I put in these intervening storage chests, these are probably all the way backed up as well. So I think we got lots of stuff too. We want frames as well. I think I got there. Unless there's a different frame, Alana. And we're probably going to want to save some of this ore for steel once we get there too. We don't have to use absolutely all of it right now, because if we can scale and get more production, I'd be happy about that. So I think one of the things that you talked about was separating where our smelters are in relation to where our first, what are these called, constructors?
Yeah. So over time, my view on this has evolved as I've tried things out.
Yeah.
What I've found is that if you separate the smelters from the first constructors and handle overflow at that layer, you don't actually need to get all of the ratios from then on perfect, right?
Ooh,
like,
okay.
If things back up between the constructors and the assemblers, that's fine. It just keeps propagating the back pressure to the ingot lines. And as long as the ingot lines handle the overflow, you're fine.
would never in my life say the sentence propagate the backflow, and I am so happy right now. The sentence, not even the snippet of the sentence propagating the backflow. Chat. All right, what's our plan? Mods, can we edit the plan to just say propagating the backflow? Oh my god, I love it.
back pressure, yeah.
This is why we hire an expert. I'm not actually paying you. I probably should have talked about that first.
Oh. I don't even get some coupons to spend.
Oh, yeah, we could spend some coupons. Hold on. How many coupons do I have?
By the end of this stream, I demand 1 factory cart, Serge.
Hold on. I like what Uno says. If your backflow is propagated, you should probably see a doctor. All right, very nice. Hi. I got there. There you go.
Oh, I thank you.
It's time for our morning stand-up here. All right. So my goal today is I'm going to be managing my team and overseeing little bit of iron production and scaling up. Blockers include not being very good at this game. Yeah. How about you?
I've been assigned no tickets yet.
Oh God!
So,
God, no. Very important question here. How do we? Hold on. I guess we're sipping through this weird gas mask in the front.
Yeah. Haven't you ever played Mass Effect?
I haven't, but yeah. Oh, what? All right. Yeah, good stand up. All right. All right. I'm gonna put my coffee back in this box here. I love that I spent 2 tickets on a coffee cup. It was worth it. It was worth it. Okay. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to pull out all of the overclocking slugs from all the machines that exist right now, and then let's start tearing things out. We can probably leave everything that's upstairs first. Let's tear out the bottom stairs first. And once all is said and done, any wasted excess production, I am more than happy to throw into the awesome coupon machine. I thought I had slugs in some of these machines. Oh, maybe I put them down the flow. This is gonna hurt. It only hurt a little. So, oh yeah, there we go. I'll take that, and I'll take that. And I'll take that, and take that. Yeah.
One thing that might be good to figure out is where do you want the final output? Like, where do you want all the storage chests and stuff?
I kind of loved the super stacked, like, system that you had. I thought that was really cool. Mm-hmm. So I guess we should start with that first. Let's make a little area not too far from our hub. Welcome, Grand 2. Welcome everybody. Happy Saturday to all y'all. Another week crushed. Everyone's doing great. Okay. So if I wanted, you know what? I could put it, what if we put it right, do you see where I'm standing? Right here.
I'm still by the
oh,
conveyor belts.
Okay.
Unfortunately, there's a lot of running to be done. Is there some sneaky? Oh, there's the ramp. Okay.
Realistically, we should have a ramp on both sides if we're going to be walking up and down it. That's going to be something that does an inefficiency. That English, Surge, please.
It's fine.
Yeah, maybe I'll put another ramp over on this side, just past the what's this called? Limestone. What exactly is this game? This is called Satisfactory. It's a first-person optimization game. and I love it. All right, so let's start with. Oh my God! Hold on a second here. I'm gonna just have to plop a bunch of these down.
Okay.
Like missing iron rods?
I suspect that you have everything.
Oh yeah. Like we should be able to build everything easy peasy here. So
Okay.
if we took, I think we can start by ripping this whole section out.
Do you want to route these iron mines?
Yeah. I want to route it all into
other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, everything is going to go to one place. Speaking of, Factorio went to 1.0. Fuji, what are you doing this afternoon?
Later today, I am playing Factorio with James.
Yeah, Fuji's going to be
and teaching
leading a Factorio tutorial. Or factorial? Oops, no.
I've been begging James and Serge to play Factorio for like a year now. Finally, I've worn them down.
I mean, I don't know if I'll be joining that stream, but I'm glad it exists.
I'll get you next, Serge.
Why do you sound like Claw? Next time, Jaeger. Next time. Okay.
Well, wicked witch. Get you next time, my pretty.
When Serge and my husband make the same dad joke at the same time. Uh-oh. Have you figured out queuing multiple deconstruct jobs at the same time?
Yes, it just scares me.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I can respect that. So this is going to be the third major refactor I've done to all this stuff thus far. Okay, what else can I pull out of here? Oh, I had redundant power. Okay, good. So let's let's talk, Fuge. I want all of the storage inputs to be, let's go ahead and, I liked how you stacked them. I thought that looked really good.
Yeah, so I think there's, at a later point, like, double tall storage containers if you need, like, extra space for them. But I don't think you often need that much of anything.
How dare you? I'll be the judge of how much of something I need. No.
Do you need 48 stacks of rotors?
No, realistically you don't. No, that's fair. Yeah, apparently steel gets you double tall with double interface. Wait, does double interface mean you can put two different things in it? No, you probably don't want that. All right.
I don't think so.
So what do you think we want? 10? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we only need 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to put 7 along the bottom. And then my rationale for that is we'll do all the iron in one row along the bottom and we'll put steel on top after, or is it inefficient? Should I start just stacking it tall right now?
So one thing to note is that you can only reach to the second layer. So if you stack 3, you're going to have a problem.
Sure. Somebody was just mentioning the double tall actually has 2 inputs, 2 outputs. I mean,
yeah,
I guess
but
you're like, that's no different than.
But then it mixes, right?
Yeah.
So it's a different thing, yeah.
That's fair.
I don't think we want to mix.
No. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe I will go double tall. We need 7 things right now, though. I've counted it twice.
I feel like you're gonna need a lot more things later.
Yeah.
So
May as well just do that. All right. I was just wondering if there's a neat way I could. You know what? No, I'm gonna go 7 wide,
yeah.
and that's gonna be all iron, all bottom layer there.
Sounds good.
Now, are you already rotating mines? You are. Fantastic. This concrete. You know what? Maybe I finally refactor this concrete because, God, what a mess.
Yeah, like we can put everything in this this row, right? Like we can put concrete in the
All
row.
right. Well, concrete now is going to be number 8. All right. I'll fix concrete.
That's only 7, Serge.
No. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shut up.
Look, that's why I'm here, so we figure this out fast rather than coming here 2 hours later. Real sad.
How? How?
You might want maybe we put concrete in a double tall one. Maybe that will make chat happy.
All right. Yeah. You know what? Yeah. You know what, chat? You get double tall concrete as a treat. All right. I'm upset. I'm upset. Uh-oh. I'm gonna break everything.
That's fine. That's what this game is about, right? Is you try something and then you try something else. It's all a learning experience.
God, what are these power lines? Okay. Oh yeah, you're just getting rid of everything. Love it. Okay. Where was I? Okay, welcome. You are concrete. So I need to... So many things. So many things. So little time.
Oh no.
What's up?
It's like trying to ensure I get a 90-degree angle. How much does it rotate each time? 15 degrees? 2. That's not right.
Someone after my own heart, chat.
Man.
Someone after my own heart.
That's probably right.
Okay. I have 2 sources of concrete production. One is way over there. Nah, it's fine. I only care about one of them right now.
Doing things without a foundation hurts me, Serge.
We could lay down a foundation.
Nope. Sure, it'll be fine.
Why are you doing this to yourself? Wait, hold on. I had enough to do 2 here? Oh. I'm
a genius. I free-handed it perfectly.
All right, Let's keep tearing everything out here. What have I... Bah! I have so many questions about some of the decisions I made earlier when I was playing this game. How do you let me be like this, chat?
Knowing chat and knowing you, they said don't do that, Surge, and you're like, it'll be fine. I'll regret nothing.
How? First of all, how dare you?
Tell me I'm wrong.
You come into my stream and you disrespect me.
I come into your stream and I say the truth you don't want to hear.
I mean, yeah. Okay. Okay, that's producing a lot of concrete. But I needed to produce a lot of concrete over here. Hold on. I need it to be part of the same grid. Give me a second here. So I'm going to actually bring out a concrete platform all the way from this side just to make sure they line up. I think everyone can agree with this decision. Hey, Kazman, thank you so much for 500 bits, because it's a problem for future Surge. Inkslayer, thank you for 100 biddies. I asked the old proverb, from Fugi and babies, speak the truth. Yeah? Oops. Not you. I like how I'm like, we need to fix the iron production. You're like, okay. Me. Starts working on concrete.
Well, right now, you're consolidating all outputs, right? Which is a step in improving iron. If you don't have a place for the iron products to go, then you can't do anything, right? You're doing the most important task, Surge.
All right. I'm being patronized, but it feels good. Okay. Here we go. Just making a little foundation area here. All right, I'm almost done cleaning up the spaghetti that was the our power situation. There. How much better is that? You should try putting a ticket in the resource sink. That doesn't sound at all related to what I'm doing right now. But it might be worth checking out in the future. Is it 1 for 1 or does it go significantly down?
What if it just explodes?
Someone's asking, is the frame rate kind of butts for anyone else? I hope not. I mean, the frames look really good for me. It's a very, I mean, this is important information. Okay. Of the game, not the stream. Oh, interesting. There's some jumpiness on the stream. Interesting. Yeah, I can actually see on my preview stutteriness. Yeah, interesting. I don't know what that is. Stream is showing 28 FPS. Is it vertical sync, maybe? Because it's definitely a stream side, because the game looks great from what I see. This is my first time streaming this game on the new monitor. Any idea, friends? Good morning, Nevermore. Any suggestions, Fuge?
On frame rate?
Yeah,
no
I'm
idea.
getting a weird frame rate on this. Yeah,
I'm not a streamer.
that's fair. Jabubu, hello, Surge. Hello, chat. Glad to catch a live stream. Okay. Stream FPS is dancing around 30.
Dude, I see VSync is off. Did you just change that?
No, I left that. Should that be on? But again, the
I don't
game,
know.
the game isn't stuttery. The stream capturing the game is stuttery. Could be the game looks good on your end. It may not be perfect system in streaming. It looked good the other day. The thing that's changed is I have a new monitor. And my new monitor is 1440, not 1080. But the game is being at 1080, and I'm... Hold on. I have an idea. Let me try doing a game capture. This is going to go black for a second. Let's try this out. Is that better or worse? That's way better. There we go. Yeah, it may have just been the difference between a screen capture and a display capture. So, all right, good. We figured things out-ish. I don't know why that worked. All right, I need 2 constructors now. Actually, let's go a little bit further out this way. Hey, what's up, James? James says, hey, Serge, sure did wake up to like 60 @replies because you don't like Caillou. Good morning, friend. You were saying, Fuge.
So, Serge, currently you have 2 smelters per mine.
We're gonna need to scale that up.
You're gonna overclock the mines.
Yep.
Are you also wanting to spend an overclock on the smelters? Or
No,
do you want more
I think we can just put
smelters?
more smelters. I think
Okay.
we are not limited for space. We are limited for ore production.
Um,
Hold on. Can you rescale the... Oh, you're right. Sorry.
You're pretty close to miner Mark IIs, which will also double ore production. So you're gonna go from 2 smelters to 8 smelters, which is per mine, which is a lot of space. Do you want a lot of horizontal, or do you want to start stacking smelters?
I think we could probably start stacking. Like, we can go... We have all of this space down here to use. And if you wanted to, you could also rip all of that out and rotate it 90 degrees. Might even be worth it to raise it, the whole platform above that boulder. That'll give us even more room. Fifth Wall, thank you very much for 5 months of support. I appreciate it. I have a friend who's addicted to this game. I don't have any idea what that would be like. Nah, what a baffling concept, right? Hey, Fuji?
Yeah, weird. Who'd do that?
Yeah. I hope your friend is okay. Send help. All right. I'm going to need a splitter and a merger. I was looking at these power lines and asking myself, that's odd. Why aren't they perfectly straight? But then I realized it's because of where the power connects to the building, and everything is fine. Everything is fine.
Oh, trying to get power lines straight is a fool's errand. There's no way.
All right. Give me a second here. Can I just talk about how amazing the hotkeys are for this? Of just being able to, like, put specific buildings in your hotbar when you know you're going to be working with them a lot. All right, that reaches. That's in. I'm happy. All right, so concrete production is back-ish. Oh, no, not yet. Not yet. Wait, you can have multiple hotbars? You can access 10 different hotbars with... Oh,
what?
my
With
God.
what?
There's 10 hotbars, Fuji.
But what? Alt mouse wheel? Oh no.
Hold on, everybody. I'm going to take a couple of seconds here. This is... Oh my God. Oh my God. And then how do I remove something from a hotbar? How do I clear it? Yeah, we've lost Surge for the next hour. I want to get rid of these things because they don't belong on this hotbar. Overwrite it and bind it with something else? Okay. Love it. Perfect. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. Okay. So that means on this one I can do... I'm so happy right now. It's beautiful. Okay, what was I doing in my life? I need a merger now. Okay, good, good. Except the mouse wheel's backwards from what I want. How do I flip one of those around?
Inverted mouse wheel?
Yeah, exactly. How do I invert my mouse wheel? The conveyor is too long? Hold on, it can connect to here, but it can't go one further? Oh, that upsets me. No.
Oh yeah, I hate putting conveyors on the edge of foundations.
Right? No, it's okay. We can fix this. Wait. Oh, ignore those pins. Okay, we fixed it. Another quick method, mouse wheel click uses your build gun as an eyedropper. I've tried that before, and it doesn't. Because I was hoping it would do that, because it does that in Minecraft, but like...
It's only when you're actively building something. Like, you can't middle mouse click when you're not building something and open it up.
Oh.
Yeah, that was confusing for me as well.
All right, this conveyor belt is beautiful. And now I need it. Hold on. I need to make some very important things happen here. 1, 2, 1, 2. That should be the perfect 90-degree angle. It is. Great. Oh, you're down there. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2.
So
Hey, what's up,
Serge,
Skip?
what's
Thank you for 5 months. Sorry, go ahead, Fuge.
what's 8 times 4 minus 6?
8 times 4 is 32. Minus 6 is 26.
Thanks.
Did I just
I need to build that
successfully
many
math
smelters.
for the first time in the history of my stream? Oh, we also have a math command in chat, which makes me really happy.
Does it do math?
Yeah, dog.
Whoa.
No. Why are you like this? Can I Oh, I don't hate that. All right. Okay, concrete is now flowing into the new storage container.
Awesome.
Concrete is not flowing into the new storage container. Ah, concrete is not being produced. Honestly, that's pretty clean. I'm pretty happy with that, Skunky. I'm actually, like, really stoked with how that turned out. There we go. All right, now quick. Before we back up production. Oh, it's already full. Oh, right, because I had another stupid container somewhere. Okay. Awkward. Well. Oh, right. I remember what my plan for this was. Awesome tickets. Welcome, Draco. Attack the container. Oh, stack a container. No. We only want them one high. Any overflow that we have is going to be converted into tickets so that we could buy Fuji a car. As a thank you for his services. We talked about this at the top of the show.
Did I make a mistake?
No.
It's the foundations that
Yeah. Do they have cars in this game? Oh, itch. Hold on. I need to. What did we name it? We named it like Scooty or something like that. I'm about to blow your mind. Lil Scooty. Hold on. As the manager, we need to go inspect. Oh my God, what Fuji's up to here. Did you take out the ramp? Oh no, the ramp's over here. All right.
I don't think I've really destroyed anything yet.
All right.
We should be all right. We should be all right.
It doesn't off-road very well, and if there's a lip, it can't do anything. But maybe if I catch some sweet. Hold on. I stuck on a plant? Alright. Let's line it up here. Alright. We're coming. Perfect. Oh, no. Alright. This vehicle may need... may need some improvements.
You doing okay there, bud?
Sure. Oh, I see what you're doing. Oh, do you want more platform stuff?
What?
Like, how you doing for concrete? You good?
Oh, I'm good. I looted a lot of concrete earlier.
Great. Anything you need a hand with right now? Are you good?
I think I'm good for now. Right now it's just a lot of the tedious work of dropping down a bunch of smelters and then hooking up the conveyor belts. If you're looking for thinking man's work, figuring out kind of, because all these smelters are going to output iron ingots.
Yes.
And we're going to get rid of these constructors and storage chests.
Yeah.
So figuring out where we want to send those once it comes out of the smelters would be good. And kind of what is the vision for the constructor assembler area?
Yeah, we should have both of those up top, eh? Wait, what is above me? Oh, that's a second layer of...
That's a second layer of smelters.
Oh.
All of this is going to be smelters, Serge.
It's all smelters, and it's just like it always was.
Always has been.
Yeah. Oh. Right. 480 divided by 30, eh?
I'm actually giving you 960 capacity for the smelters. Because I'm a forward thinker, Serge, and I know
I'm about
that
to
as
end this
soon
man's
as you
career.
overclock as soon as you overclock these miners and turn it on steel production, you're gonna have double the output.
Well, we are still
Again.
capped out at 120. We are capped out at what Mach 2 conveyors can move. Right?
You'll get Mark 3 conveyors pretty soon.
Okay. I mean, sure. I do like that we're scaling this already. Oh my god. Chat, did I make
Look.
the greatest decision ever, or have I made a mistake? Kind of don't know the answer to this.
What, by inviting me here?
Yeah. This is either the greatest decision of my life. Just yes. I like just yes. I don't understand the difference. All right. I should give you a ramp down on the right side here. No? All right. Good talk.
Maybe not worth.
Okay. What can
It's
I
fine.
do to help you with your vision right now?
If you want to like start ripping up the stuff behind the conveyors or behind the smelters, and sorting that out. Actually, I think I have to rip up the smelters too and move them up
Yep.
one foundation.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to need to make... Oh, don't fall to your death. Good. I'm going to need to make a bunch of temporary boxes here. Oh my god. All right. Go. All right, we did it. Goodbye. Yo, priest, my friend, you could, as delicately as possible, you could probably cool it. I'm working on other things. I'm not going to drop what I'm doing to go explore that right now. When I get to the point that I'm exploring it, I'll check it out. But, like, I'm not really super interested on that right now. Having a good time. Working on other things. We'll get to it when we get to it.
So, right. Okay.
Nope. All right. Do not destroy the platform Fuji's working on.
Please don't. Okay, so the smelters were like kind of centered around in the middle of the platforms, right? It was like this or so.
Okay, I need to do something with all of this. Nope, I ate a fruit instead. All right, got to be careful with what's in my offhand. So somebody told me there's no loss, but I have felt that sometimes when I move around power lines, oh, it's probably if you get rid of the power tower and there's a cable and you don't dismantle it, like sometimes I've lost things there.
Oh, like no, like losing material?
Yeah. No,
I
unless it's a
haven't
bug.
noticed, but
Maybe I try and put down an extra power line when I move it, because I definitely felt there's been a couple of times where things haven't quite added up the way I expected to do. It's perception. I just perceive loss. Okay, that's fair. Okay, I guess all of these storage containers should go too, eh?
yeah.
And all these, yeah, you're gonna move all the conveyors too. So let's just move everything here. Oops.
Yeah, I was planning on keeping your kind of layout, but we
No.
need to move.
No. Keep nothing.
I wanted to keep the spirit of it, you know? I want it to feel like a Surge base.
All right.
I want to just impose my aesthetic choices here.
I guess we have enough concrete. We don't care about ripping out what was there before, eh?
Oh, I don't care if you do.
I see how it is. I see how it is.
Concrete's free, dude. It's
free is a.
It's free.
All right.
Also, you ripped up the smelters, so you have to put them back down because I don't have those materials on me anymore.
How many?
Okay.
How many more do you want
I
here?
can put them down. I can put them down.
Wait, where did I put all the? Wait.
What was that miner?
Yeah, that was me getting confused for a second, being like, why is it telling me my smelter needs a portable miner? This is beautiful. Okay, so are these actually full? What's going on in here? All right, you had nothing. Good talk. You're full of screws. Nothing. Oh, good. These are kind of a mixed bag of things here. Wow. There's a lot of screws. Gonna need all that concrete for heavy machinery? Oh, we're not there yet. We'll learn. We'll learn. Maybe we scale that up next.
Concrete's free.
Everything in this game is free.
Ooh, that looks good. All right. It's almost like Serge had already figured this out.
Oh, the way the conveyor belts were lining up?
Yeah, I'm just like, oh, that's a perfect turn. Oh, right. Serge had already done it.
We're pretty mid-game right now? Okay. That makes sense, actually. The jump in things that we had to make between like tier 3 and the next form of tier 3 is pretty ridiculous. All right, there we go there. All right, all of that has been removed. If you need screws, I got you covered, Chris. I got you super
Excellent.
covered. And you want me to tear these conveyor belts out as well? Yes, probably.
Which
the elevators?
The ones behind?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you can just get rid of those and. Do you want to start defining the API post smelter?
Yeah, we're getting into that language, aren't we? All right. So, yeah, Chris and I are now working on an API together. I'm going to be talking about what sort of output I expect, or input I expect, I suppose. All right. Okay. I'm going to tear out these power lines as well. Let you do you.
Oh, I'm gonna make you do the power lines.
Oh, okay. Oh, I don't have power. Oh, that's a big thing I'm missing there. Give me a second here. Foundations, make that 4. There we go. There we go. I have to do the power lines. I understand. Announcer's voice. He in fact.
You had a system for it that I don't have that.
No?
Yeah, I just.
Something to think about later on. When you do all this work, you get faster conveyors and smarter splitters. Oh yeah, we're scaling for that, Ombrastrix. We are scaling for that. So you don't like how a power line looks when it's hanging off the edge, eh?
This is your factory, Serge. You do whatever makes you feel good.
All right.
As Bob Ross would put it, you know?
Good. Good talk. Good talk. Yeah, we are building this with scale in mind. Raise this floor? Well, we don't know if we're going to use this floor yet. Okay, so I want 1 for every 2. Is this in line here? Isn't it beautiful? It's an even number, right, Chris?
What?
Yes, it is. Good.
Yeah. There's 8 on each row, I think. Wait, no. That doesn't make sense. 16 on each row.
16 on each row? Oh my god.
Yeah, you've got 32 because you need 8 smelters for each mine, which will carry you all the way to the max, right? You won't need to build any smelters for these mines anymore once we're done here. Just have to upgrade conveyor belts and
oh right, so
overclocking
this will scale into tier 2 miners and tier 3 conveyors, is that right?
Yeah, so what we've currently built, the idea is that the smelters will have no overclocking. We'll have tier 2 mines at some point with 200% overclocking, and then we'll need tier 3 conveyor belts at the front to handle that, spidering off into smaller conveyor belts. But 8 smelters per mine will actually allow you to get tier 3 mines and like all of that. You just have to start overclocking the smelters at that point.
Okay. Oh, you didn't
so
actually.
Like far future, it will. This layout will still work.
That's really cool.
So I think we have to. Also, yeah, I have not actually gone up there and built the smelters up top yet.
How will you know if they're in line with each other?
Because there is a grid.
Because there's a grid. Oh, he's so smart. Why didn't I have an answer like that? All right. Look at this. Isn't this beautiful, chat? Oh, can you feel the power?
God.
What's up, Veggie? Welcome.
You weren't kidding about them screws.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You need any screws? I got you. It's because
Just
I
throw
fight
them
the
in
grid.
there.
I love the grid.
One of the first things Serge told me about when we started playing this game is like, there's a grid. Check it out.
Grid for the grid god. Oops. Let's grab 100 of that back. All right. What was that spooky thing? Oh, you mean the giant moth friend to Targa? We don't know. All we know is it's a friend and we'll never hurt it. Right, Fuji?
Oh, yeah.
That is moth, and we love them. Oh, I'm gonna go grab that slug. Can I make this jump? Of course I can't make this jump. What? Ow. Ah, yes, the majestic flap. You English like I do. Can I?
So, Serge,
Yeah?
speaking of grids,
How dare you? No, go ahead.
next time you're up at the top platform, look over towards the smelters.
Oops, I ate
That's all I'm going to say about it.
Next time I'm at the top platform, look towards...
Yeah.
Oh, do you mean the your alternating grid of conveyors there?
No.
Okay.
Like, when... I guess the lookout tower also works. No, you want to be on the base side, looking over.
Okay, give me a second here. You can ride on the moth friend if you have a high enough tower? Oh my god. It looks like a
Goals.
Demon Souls boss. Oh wait, we're just outputting... Oh, we have enough of these. Alright, hold on. So, from up here,
Yeah.
you want me to look down. Am I just appreciating this beautiful row?
Yeah, bud.
It's stunning.
And maybe also noticing a slight difference in placement of items.
I'm not following.
The power poles. I'm casting shade on the power poles, sir.
They're fine. You don't like the power poles?
They're not in the exact same place on the bottom and the top rows.
Oh, Fuji, you make me so happy. I'm actually so happy you care about this. All right, you know what? I'm in. Let's go. Yeah, I'll fix this for you right now.
You just mentioned to me, you're like, hey, how are you going to ensure they're at the exact same location?
All right.
And
No.
then
If
the
you want,
power
if you
poles
want to perfectly mirror it, I kind of like that they were inset, but I'm here for this. Yes, let's go. Let's go, Fuji.
If it was a conscious design choice, I'm
No.
also okay with it.
No. This is
Okay.
good. This is good.
I'm actually struggling to figure out what to do for these splitters, the front level splitters that go up to the top as well. Ooh, actually,
Some people in chat are here for this. Okay, and then we're just outputting iron here, right?
Everything that's coming out is iron ingots, yeah.
Okay. So we need to figure out where we want the constructor layer to be. And it's probably going to be upstairs, right?
Yeah, I think we just run straight into cliff if we don't go upstairs. I need to build myself a ramp to get up to this platform.
Oh, I made a tower on the other side.
Oh, do you just jump off the tower onto it?
Yeah. I did miss a couple of connectors. Thank you there, chat. There we go. Does the sky flap fly in circles? How would you get off once you get up there? That's a very good question. How do we generate power? We have coal. We actually have an amazing power grid, which we set up on a previous stream. So our capacity is 600. We're currently using 100. I guess once we fire up all those smelters, it'll go up a bunch.
Yeah.
But, like, it's not going to get up to 600. Oh, right, there's parachutes. Pardon me, parachutes. Actually, speaking of science, I wonder if I have any research happening right now. I don't. Okay, good talk. I think I need to research explosives. I do have sulfur and coal. Use the jelly and aim just right. Oh, I have to make 50 explosives. How do I make explosives? Black powder. Oh. Yeah, give me a second, Chris.
So, like,
I have to go.
sulfur and stuff?
I have to go blow something up here.
Oh no.
I think
Chat,
that
what have you done?
poison crash site. Oh, maybe I was mistaken. I thought I needed explosives or something. It turns out I may have been wrong. Gonna need another storage box here. Wait, maybe you're totally innocent this time? Yeah, that's fair. Need a creeper farm. What do you mean I can't afford this? Oh, what? You process quartz? Oh. What are we blowing up? And I guess it must have been in Chris's game. In another game that I was playing, have I told you how hooked I am on this game? On another game I was playing, I found a crash site that had to be opened using black powder. You had to like blow the door off, and I confused which game it was looking at my beacons. So unfortunately, we're not blowing the door off anything. I just got really excited for nothing.
Okay, so Surge.
Yeah.
We've got a layout of splitters here.
Okay.
And so the first splitter that the ore enters, some of it goes straight forward. That's the easy part. But one of the sides has to go up.
Let's make it the leftmost.
The leftmost side? Okay.
Yeah. Or is it for each one? Yeah. Or do you want one
Yeah.
up? Yeah. Okay. For each one, let's just always. Oh. Yeah. You've
Or do you want
aligned.
to alternate it?
You've aligned the splitters such that. Let's go visualize this. Let's go visualize this. This is a good question.
Because like there's four possible designs, right? There's always go left, always use the left side, always use the right side, or alternate outside or alternate inside.
I think we just always go left to go up.
All right.
I mean, someone else suggested, and this is what I was thinking too, maybe the middle stream goes up for symmetry, but you've probably... Oh, wait, no. Always, yeah, the center stream. Because, are you doing the back splitter? Yeah. Always go, always... Yeah. Always center. Or does center not make sense to you? I fell.
Okay, no, on the other side, on the input side for the smelters. So if you look, there's 3 layers of smelters or splitters, right?
Are you up top?
Going into the smelters? Yeah, I'm up top. But it's fine. Like,
I just want to make sure we're both looking at the same thing when we talk here.
Yeah, there's 3 layers of splitters. There's this one goes straight into the smelter, right? That's easy. There's this one that goes into these 2 splitters. That's easy. It's left and right, right? But to get into this splitter, it needs to get input from the splitter below it. So we need to have a lift.
Yeah.
Lifting some of the output here, which side of that splitter do we take? You can't do center.
Why?
Because the center of that splitter is going into the splitter in front of it on the bottom layer, right?
Oh, this is the one here. I see.
Yeah, so that the center goes into the lower level splitter.
Yeah. Sorry.
And one of the sides go up here.
This is the part that I missed is this one. All right. Let's just do left.
Left always?
Yeah, let's just always go left, right, Twitch chat? I mean, okay, I need to, you're working hard down here. I need to also be working hard. So do I just make a giant row of constructors now? Like strip down these assembly yards and just do that? I could probably turn this off now. I'm going to take 50 rotors and just do it for a quest right now. Oh, actually, another thing I could do with this 300 concrete is I could also throw those in a bin. When was I going to stick the bombs in the science machine? Turns out I didn't actually know enough about bombs to do enough science there. Weird, eh?
What a weird sentence.
It's not wrong. Oh, it's 150 rotors. I thought it was 50. I need 50 bombs. I only made like 30 something. Yeah. I'm literally doing that right now, Smith. I'm going to go load those milestones with some of the excess we have. Same idea, my friend. Same idea. Okay. I could maybe even just unlock our next milestone with all of the production we have right now. Like I could probably just manually make those final cubes. How many smelters? Again, 24, something like that?
32.
32? All right.
Just enough.
Okay, so I'm going to set up at the top here, expecting iron input. I probably need to make this wider, don't I? I need to make this wide enough to match. Oh my god. I need to make this wide enough to match what you've done down below. Which means I have to remove some trees. What's up?
Yeah, so I'm trying to think of like how many lanes of iron this is going to output. I think the answer is 4.
Oh, I understand. Right. Yeah. Because right now,
so like you don't need to handle like a ton of iron lanes. You're only going to get 4 lanes to deal with.
But
all of the smelters are going to compress back down.
We're still going to want to, yeah.
Because it's getting fed by 4 lanes of ore, and it's 1-to-1. So, like, no matter what, we should have the technology to get conveyors fast enough to handle it.
I'm mostly just worried about being able to handle the output.
I don't understand.
This is the math part I don't quite get there, is just making sure that I've actually made enough constructors to eat all of the iron you're making, right? But I guess that's not something I have to worry about.
My expectation is that you'll almost always be eating more iron than we're producing. There's always things to make. The thing that I struggled with and like that ended up with the weird setup on my world, my concern there was ensuring that we're not wasting any of the iron ingot production. But I had enough constructors there to easily consume all of it.
Interesting.
Like simply making like smart plating and stuff is gonna use a lot of iron.
Okay.
So I don't.
All right, chat, help me out here. What is a good number of constructors that I should be making? I need a goal, and then we can tweak it from there, right? 12.
Are you
perfect?
Are you going with a balancer? Like, are you just splitting several times, or are you going for a manifold approach like I had? I'm throwing technical terms at you and hoping you understand what they mean.
Yes.
Which. So. The thing I had in my world, where it's one big line, and the inputs go in one side with a bunch of splitters, is called a manifold or injected manifold.
Okay.
And the thing that you had going on with your smelters before the refactor is called a splitter or balancer approach. And so the advantage of the manifold that I had is that you don't have to figure out the ratios ahead of time. The disadvantage is that you get uneven production when you don't fully saturate everything. It's also a lot more annoying to build.
Yeah, I like it. You and Uno are
in the
both like
beginning.
manifolds and balancers are the same if your system is fully primed. I don't know, man. I'm going. You stand on your hind legs?
Wait,
Oh.
it's not four-legged?
It is,
Oh,
but
it
it's
is four.
It stood up for a second. Yeah, it's gonna
That's
take
weird.
It's gonna take a bit for the whole system to like backfill too, right?
Oh, for sure.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not super worried about like filling it in, like filling up the system. That'll just happen naturally over time. It's more a design philosophy, I guess.
Sure.
And
All right.
what happens if the system, like, if we're not producing enough iron ingots?
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to make a giant line of constructors. How much space do you want off the back here? I'm going to have 4 inputs, so I'm going to leave at least 1 space. I'm going to put down a bunch of constructors. They're all going to be in a nice clean row. I'm going to leave lots of room behind them and in front of them. Okay, I've made 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 is going to take the 4 inputs you have and split it twice. If that's how my brain managed to solve this. What do you think of that?
Okay.
Because then
You've got 8 constructors?
we have 8 constructors. Because then what we can do is we'll just flood all of that with iron. Right? And eventually we'll produce so much iron that we could either scale this up or it'll all backfill, or we can like tweak the production however we want. Does that make sense?
What? So is your...
I don't have a strategy.
I recommend getting a strategy. Because think about in terms of the end output, right?
Yeah.
Like, what are our goals, right? Like,
Okay.
is our goal to have one constructor or assembler making each of the type of things in our storage chests, or do you want more than one? and then work backwards from that to be like, okay, well, how are we going to feed the assembler making
Yeah.
refined plate?
Where do you see
How are we
yourself
going to
in
feed
5
that
years?
stuff?
So I know right now we need 4 assemblers when we look specifically at the outputs we want. And something that I would like to do that'd be a little bit smarter here is, instead of what I used to have before, I used to have a 1-to-1 ratio. I had a constructor that made iron plates that fed directly into the storage system. I would like it so that if the iron plate storage is full, I don't lose a constructor. I would like that excess output to feed back in to make everything as efficient as possible. If that makes sense. So what I want to do is I'm going to make a lot more room. I'm going to make a lot more room between stuff. I know I'm going to need an assembler. I don't know. Who put a ramp there? What idiot put a ramp there? Wait. What do you mean I don't have enough parts? What about syncing into awesome points? I'll do that manually. I think it's too big of a mental strain issue for me right now to try and also create a system where if everything is full, like, I don't know if I can make that sort of if clause. If all of our storage is overflowing, the excess goes into awesome points. I'll probably just occasionally grab stuff and throw it in there.
You can do it with the smart splitters,
Oh, okay.
but without them, I would not bother. It seems like way too much.
Okay, so this is... I don't want those right into each other. I want a little bit of a stagger here. Please stop clicking. Is that a straight line? In at least some respect, is that a straight line? Survey says no. Alright, I'll try from behind. Okay. So I have laid out a workflow that makes sense to me. Wait, check that the right constructors are in line with the rest. Check that the right constructors... sorry, I don't quite understand what you've identified as the problem there, Soda.
Are they just asking if some of the constructors are
All right.
misaligned?
No, I think my constructors are aligned. I think my assemblers are not aligned.
Assemblers and constructors, like, you have to have some...
I know. I want at least
wiggle.
one lined up, though.
Yeah, I just, like, in mine, I just gave up and had them both kind of come in and make it, like, triangle shape.
My goal is the left one will always align. And I have failed. Perfect? Question mark? No! Ah! Oh, it's one back again. Oh, why? Why are you like this game? Okay, okay, okay. No! The guidelines don't line up necessarily intuitively, AJ, because I think the guidelines align with a center point in the middle. They don't align with the necessarily the input and the output there in the way that one would hope. Okay. See, like it shows a guideline there, but that is, wait, maybe that is what I want?
It is center.
I'm pretty sure. Like the guidelines that look like they're the center of the block, I'm pretty sure are center, yes.
Okay, okay.
But it might not be centered to the construction. I don't know. I don't know how you laid everything out.
Is that straight? That most certainly is not. All right, good talk. We're going to get there. We're going to do it. It's going to be beautiful. Okay, so I want to align the left one there. Actually, I want to set that over to the right because I need the output of 2 of these. So that's going to go the other way around. Let's go with half a block there. Love it. Okay. Does this make sense to anyone else? Is what I'm doing worth it? This is where I'm going to need Fuji's help. Actually, let me come down and help you finish your side so that you can then help me.
We're good, bud.
Wait, no. I mean like conveyor belts, just plugging those all into each other.
We're good, bud.
Wait, are you done?
I'm done with the input.
Done with the input.
The smelters are getting iron ore. They're running.
A lot of what I did was just mathing inputs to make straight lines. Yeah. Isn't this beautiful? Oh, goodbye.
I have to go up here and run some cables real quick. Don't mind me.
It's so beautiful. Oh, right, and that's the input over from this side. Yes! Oh, I actually have to go overclock all those now.
Yeah.
All right, so while I'm doing that very important work, do you want to take a look at what I've laid out up above and tell me if that makes any sense? Now, I think what we're also encountering here is somebody who is legitimately a professional when it comes to like automation and building systems, versus just the biggest amateur. like I can't.
If you've played modded Minecraft, you know all the skills you need.
But that's sort of the tricky thing, right? Is I've never received any sort of professional training on how to approach this or how to collaborate with stuff like this. Like what I've done works enough, I guess.
Let's see.
So the big thing that I have done with what I've laid out up top is I've left room. I haven't made any decisions that I think are going to lock us into anything bad.
So I think the big question that I have, right, is kind of how do you envision the flow of resources between constructors and assemblers? I think that's the big question, right? Is like, does each constructor just flow like directly into an assembler, or like, do you have a splitter in between them?
I would like there to be splitters in between them. So I would like, all right, so let's say that this is a, hold on. I know this needs to be a rotor or a reinforced iron plate, whichever you prefer. But let's say that this is a rotor and this is a reinforced iron plate.
Sure.
That means this needs an input of an iron rod and a screw. So we would assign some number of these constructors to iron plates and screws. And so I want it to go, if this is full, on iron plates or screws, skip. Because I know that this also takes screws. So what I want to have happen...
There's not like a great way to say only divert if it's full with
But
our current technology.
I think what will happen, though, with a normal splitter, even if you just put a normal splitter here, right, is if this is backed up, it'll redirect 100% of the output.
Yeah.
And as long as we backfill the system, that's already going to be such a huge improvement over what I already had. Oh, I'm going to need another assembler for... I don't actually know what the recipe is for... modular frame. Modular frame is... Oh, interesting. So here we go. We need another... Should I have 2 outputs for reinforced iron plate? Because we need reinforced iron plate for both the smart plating as well as for...
Are you wanting all of these to run at 100% efficiency?
No. I don't think it needs to be 100% efficiency. I think I was running previously, I kid you not, 14% efficiency. I was producing these smart platings at 14% efficiency because I couldn't allocate the correct ratio to everything behind it.
Okay, because I think like my base is probably running smart plating at like 5% or something. Like,
okay.
It's a disaster.
Yeah.
But because that's... It seems like what you're going for here is to have the least number of constructors or assemblers making a specific resource as possible, which is interesting. Like it's
no. Let's keep scaling. Yeah. Do we need more? Let's build more.
Because that's another way to do it, right? Is we just say, who cares? Build like 100 constructors. And
you can just build 100 constructors?
Yeah, like we can extend this out a bunch. We can like stack them up. We can go wild with it, right? And just as
Lathos may have explained my philosophy here. Chain the fall over like a binary adder.
I don't understand.
That made sense.
Means.
That made sense to me. That means like make a ton of screws. Wait, oh, these aren't in line. That's what someone was saying. Wait, these slowly.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
you slowly had them drift outwards.
Well, how did that happen?
Because like so. This is what I was doing. Like so in my world. And I'm trying to be careful not to just be like, oh, this is how I did it. You should do it this way too, right?
No, but you've learned a lesson. This is the difference between practical experience and theory.
But so what I was doing in my world is between the smelters and the constructors is where you sort out, okay, are things overflowing? Let's redirect resources here because they're needed and like resources aren't needed here. And then what that does is it makes everything past it very simple. Because you don't need splitters, you don't need mergers between the constructors and the assemblers. You just make the thing. And then the very complicated system between these two, between the smelters and the constructors, figures it out.
Just make the thing, forehead. Okay. Yeah, if you want to solve it on that side, okay. So...
But it does make this side like more complicated, and it takes a lot more space because you're making a lot more constructors than you would otherwise need. So there are trade-offs there.
Yeah, we've got power though. So each constructor requires when it's actually running. What do you do? Requires 4 megawatts. We have an upper cap of 600. Yeah, I wouldn't mind if we have.
I don't think the power is a big concern because I believe when a constructor is full, it stops using so much power.
Yeah. Okay. All right, how wide are we going here? I have 8. Are we doubling this? It's a yes or no question,
Almost
Fuji.
assuredly.
Okay. All right. All right.
Like if you, I mean, I guess you have all this space out here to like extend the foundation, like over top there. On my screen, it looks like you're just running into the conveyor belt. That's really funny.
Oh, there is a little bit of desync, eh?
Yeah, there's a little bit. It doesn't matter. I don't explore anyway, so
Okay.
it's not a problem.
So one issue I found in multiplayer in this game, chat, is that because there's not a host server, you're kind of left at the mercy of rubber banding, of just like disappearing and appearing in different spaces. It can get kind of tricky. Looks like a lot has happened since last stream. Well, we are doing a complete rebuild. Every stream I've completely rebuilt this iron section. I just need you to know that. Every stream I've looked at my iron production and I've said, it could be better.
I mean, it's the core of it, right? Like, the iron production for you is what most things are being made out of currently, and you need to get it right.
Oh, we've had another suggestion here, which is, what if we just put our assemblers above our constructors? Or should we do 2 layers of constructors? Oh, no.
I think that depends on how you feed the constructors.
Let's just go wide for now. My brain can't think in 3D right now. 1. Wait, hold on.
I feel like maybe I should just sit here for a little bit and think about...
I've done 12. I'm going to leave it at 12. I'm not going to go to 16 yet. Yeah.
I mean...
Yet.
I'm trying to think of whether there's good ways to approach this problem that... Bye, Serge.
This is why I literally suggested to Fuji last night that we sit in a Google call with a spreadsheet open and actually do this problem solving before we went live. This is what I've been thinking about. This is my life. I go to bed dreaming of this optimization. I wake up in the morning just, oh yeah, like I am so motivated to make this right.
Okay, so where are we at, right? Like have we agreed that we're gonna solve the overflow problem between the smelters and the constructors? Is that the approach?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Serge, this game is addictive. Yeah.
How would you like to solve that problem, Serge?
Oh, I am a problem identifier, not a problem solver. I am just happy that we have both figured out that we're both now talking about the same thing. I don't have a good solution.
If you outsource the problem to me, I will literally just build what I built in my world. So like that doesn't seem very exciting.
I kind of love what you built in the other world, though.
I mean, I can do that. I don't want to detract from your experience playing this game by just slapping in a complete solution for you.
I mean, that's fair. I would like to work with it with you because I think what I want to do here, Chris, I like that I alternate calling you things back and forth.
It's fun.
If I build it with you, I'll learn. But my brain doesn't know how to approach the way you solve that problem. I don't have the experience and I can't think that way. And looking at what you did, I couldn't understand it. But maybe if I built it with you, I could.
let's go through it step by step,
All
right?
right.
Because it's honestly not a complicated idea. It just looks really complicated once it's built, right?
Okay.
So let's take this step by step, right? Assume that we only had one lane of iron ingots coming in, and you have these 12 constructors. And there's multiple ways you can turn that one lane of iron ingots into 12. You could put a splitter and split it into 3, and then out of those put more splitters and split it into 6,
Yeah.
and then put more splitters and split it into 12,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's a balancer. That
Okay.
is a 1 to 12 balancer. That's what you've been doing so far. The alternative is that you have this one lane flowing between the back of these, and you put 12 splitters, and each splitter goes one of the sides goes into the constructor, and the other continues along.
Yeah. That's what I did for coal.
And that's a manifold.
Ah, okay.
And so
I literally never in my life knew the difference between a balancer and a manifold. I've just learned that now for the first time. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
We're learning.
very, very simple concept there. And so it's like, okay, and you can intuitively understand from that description what the downsides of each are.
Yeah.
A splitter means that each of your constructors gets 1/12 the input, and so they might go slowly. A manifold means that things close to the source get more than things far away, and that might not matter over the long term, but if you are starving,
Yeah, it'll have to
if you're getting
backfill.
enough input.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
if
have to
you're not
wait
getting
for your
input,
system to
you'll have
fill with a manifold, and then once it's full, you're there, but it's going to take a while.
Yeah. And the real downside with a manifold is if you have a bunch of constructors, right? Like let's say you have these 12 constructors and they consume 1,000 ingots per minute. And your one lane is
Like down the way-
120 ingots.
Yeah. If there's something hungry down the way, it'll starve everything past it.
Yeah. And so the solution to that is that some point in the middle of your manifold, you inject more ingots.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
So you can
have
actually.
you have a merger and you slam more ingots.
I was
into it.
thinking, yeah, you don't need to do one or the other. You can do kind of a weird hybrid, right? You
Yeah.
could split early on, and that's what we're saying. We're gonna have 4 streams, right? Or 3 streams? 4
Yeah.
streams.
4. And so
I
that
like
is
splitting
an
there and then
injected
having
manifold.
4 manifolds, right? And then okay, keep going.
Yeah, so that's an injected manifold is when you have a manifold, and as you get further into it, you keep putting in more resources with a merger to ensure that I guess you could call it a bus line, the main line of ingots that's getting split off of, you ensure that stays full so that you don't run into these problems. The downside here is that there's a lot of complicated math that you could do to try to figure out the most optimal places to put your inject points, or you could just not care.
I think I'm on team not care.
Yeah, and so the thing that's really complicated about my setup is that I tried very, very hard to ensure that my injected manifold doesn't lose any throughput at any point in it. And that's what the weird things were with the smart splitters and the priorities.
Let's go back a second and define the word throughput.
Okay,
All right,
so
I'm
throughput,
with you
right?
so far, and yeah, okay, keep going.
So we're going to have 4 lanes, right? Let's say they're Mark II conveyor belts.
Yeah.
So we have 480 ingots.
Yeah, which is what our
flowing
production
through.
is going to be. Okay.
When you do the injection in the injected manifold, you have that merger, and you have your bus lane and your fresh lane of ingots coming in, right?
All right, slow down for 1 second and say that sentence one more time.
So you have your manifold. That you have one lane of ingots that goes into your manifold, right? And it's being split off to feed these constructors. And at some point in that manifold, you want to inject your more ingots with a merger.
Okay.
Are we together on this?
I'm literally taking notes.
Okay.
Yeah. This is fascinating, by the way.
And so, if you slam one of our 4 lanes into it, that lane is full of 120 ingots per minute coming into this merger. If there were any ingots left on that line, then you are now wasting ingots because the merger can only output 120, and you've already got 120 coming in from this fresh line. And the merger's not really smart enough to
Yeah. I understand. Yeah.
both.
So that's the downside to this. You're talking about the downside to the strategy, right?
So the downside to a naive strategy, yes, is that you have now lost out of your 480, you're no longer utilizing all 480. And so the thing that I built with the smart splitters and the mergers was a really complicated setup to ensure that problem
so
goes
you took
away.
so yeah, what we could do is we could take that excess and just loop it and feed it back in somewhere or bypass or whatever.
The thing that I was doing is that with smart splitters, you're able to say, send everything here, and when it backs up, then send it here.
Yeah.
And so what I did is I had 2 smart splitters with 2 lane, like a lane each going in. They had a priority output, and those get merged together. And then they both had an overflow output, and those get merged together. And so you turn 2 lanes into 2 lanes. Right?
Yes,
But
transforming
one
2
lane is full,
Yeah,
and one lane is probably not full anymore.
I understand.
And if you just keep repeating that over and over again, you slowly turn your 4 lanes into 1 lane as it gets split off into these constructors.
This is fascinating, by the way. This is absolutely fascinating, and I love this. All right. I don't know if we need to go quite that in depth.
Probably not.
So my suggestion here would be, what if we just did 4 manifolds?
Sure.
So we'll have your 4 feeds. We'll have 4 feeds of 120 that feed into 4 constructors. That will also feed into each other. And then what we'll just try and do is have... And the way we'll try and solve this is to have the hungriest possible at the very end, if that makes sense. Because there's got to be some things that care about iron more than others, right? Or do they? Yeah, because they don't all want the same input. So let's look at our recipes
They all
here.
want iron, I believe, right? The things we're building right now.
Yeah, but I don't know if they all want iron at the same rate.
Oh, they for sure don't. Yeah, we can do the simple injected manifold if you want.
Yeah, I mean, if you're happy with that, I'm happy with that. Oh, here we go. Okay, let's start writing some stuff down here. So iron plate. Iron plate wants 3 iron. So iron plate looks like it wants 20 iron per minute. Am I reading this correctly, chat? Never played this game before. Is there an easy way to get a top-down view of the system? No. That's the disadvantage of a first-person game versus a third-person game like Factorio. It needs 30 iron per minute? Oh,
Wait,
that's
yeah.
the output. Right.
It's 30 to 20, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm only going to write down the iron it needs. Thank you, chat, for doing that math. I should be able to solve this for myself now. So 1 to 1, this is 15 per minute. We're going to use this screw recipe that doesn't involve iron rods. So that's 1 to 1. Let's just write this down. 3 to 2. Screw turns 5 to 20 and produces 50 per minute. So, uh-oh. I'm gonna have to do some weird math here. 12.5? Does that make sense? All right. Beowulf Bjornsson also came to 12.5. All right. A couple people are saying 12.5. All right. Interesting. The screw actually wants the least amount of iron.
Yeah, you just need a bunch of them.
So that's very interesting to me. All right. So for our iron constructors, of the 12 we have here, we are going to make... So we have 12 constructors. We need a bunch of screws, right? So what do you think? 6 constructors dedicated to screws. 4 iron rods. And then maybe 2 iron plates. I'm just kind of guessing at these ratios.
I mean, so the way we're doing this now, right, is you can just kind of go straight over from the assembler to the constructor, right? You'd be like, this assembler needs screws and iron plates, so I need a constructor for screws and a constructor for iron plates, rather than doing all the math, right?
I did want to align these in such a way if our manifold, if our injected manifold, there we go, is going, let's say, right to left, then I do want to make sure to avoid the problem we're talking about, because we're not going to add a lot of logic into it to like fix any inefficiencies or whatever, that we try and pull the hungrier things out at the end, right? You want the hungriest things at the end, not the beginning.
It doesn't, in an injected manifold, it doesn't matter that much.
Oh.
So
Welcome, Derpy.
the way we can do this, right, is because the way splitters work is it sends 50% and then 50%, right? And so the conveyor belt comes in with 120 and gets split into 60 and 60, and then gets split into 30 and 30, and then gets split into 15 and 15.
Sure. Okay.
And so at that point that the line only has 15 on it, we can slam in the injector. We can inject more into it and get it back to 120. And so I guess ideally you would have like something that consumes... Well, I guess also like this math gets confused by the fact that we're not actually going to be consuming 60, right? So it'd be like...
Yeah. But that's fine, because if it's not consuming 60, then it'll back up and push the excess production there. I'm going to have tier 1 into the back of all these constructors, and then tier 2 between all of them. Even though that's technically not the most efficient, that's pretty close.
I think that's good.
Which way are we going?
The point I was getting to is I don't think you need to worry too much about what's in what constructor.
All right, that's fair.
We can do the math after the fact to figure out where to put the mergers in.
Yeah. Left to right or right to left?
Why can't I build this? That direction.
All right, that's left to right. This is going to be all tier 2.
Yeah.
All right, we're building again. That was a good talk. So I'm just going to throw all this in really quickly. Then I'm going to hop over onto the assembler side. And then, yeah, we're saying don't even worry about it. Just build whatever we need to build. A couple people in chat are echoing that as well.
Yeah, I'm currently going to start getting the smelters to actually output up to there.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. So I know at the end of all of this, here are the following things that I want to have built. That was the manifold talk. We can close this. All right. I want a modular frames. Hold on. Modular frames requires reinforced iron plating. Okay. Okay, so this is going to be reinforced iron plating. Great. I need another one. Actually, I'm going to move this over. Now we're flying. Now we're flying, chat. We're flying. Life is good. Does that line up the way I want it to? It does. No.
Also, do note that you probably, like, if you want plates or whatever in your storage chests, you're going to want a constructor just going into those storage chests, right?
Okay. Okay. So, well, what did I just say? This is going to be reinforced iron plate, which means I need iron plate and I need screws. Iron plate. Excellent. You are the alternate screw recipe. Powerhouse intensifies. So, right, and we've agreed that this is not going to make 100% efficiency, and that's just okay.
Yep.
And we're just going to scale if we need more production. Okay, you are going to make me rotors. Rotors means I need iron rods, and I need screws. These two.
Messing this up?
Pardon me?
How do I keep messing this up?
Oh, no. This is going to go into another assembler here. Hold on. Do these line up? What exactly are we building here?
Are you looking for the technical term?
Yes. Maybe?
Injected manifold.
We're making an injected manifold for iron production that's just going to give us all the outputs we want. How is this wrong?
That's what I keep asking myself. You can... Did I get this wrong 4 times?
It's okay, Chris. Wait. How did I get this wrong?
Serge, come... If you're feeling bad, come look at this mess over
All right,
here.
give me a second. All right.
Me desperately trying to guess how far these conveyor belts need. You don't even see the 4th one, which is down here.
There's a 4th one?
Yeah, there's a 4th one down there of me just completely getting it wrong.
You know what? It's okay, buddy. It's okay. All right. Let's get all these out of the way, and then I'll spot for. Oh, I made a mistake. I'll spot for you. All right.
Okay. Okay, let me...
Do you want this to come out of the side here?
Hmm?
Hold on. Let me just see if we can line this up.
No, because I think that's right. Did I get it? Is that perfect?
No, you're too high.
No.
Hold on. Do you
I'll try
not?
again.
Do you not? Here, my dude. Oh, what the? Hold on. I have a plan. And it's gonna. You want it there? Right where I'm standing. Down. Down. Perfect. Nope. Up. Down. Perfect.
Okay, great. Does that look good? Is that like the correct distance in too?
I would have put it over. Can you see this tower I just made?
No. Oh, I see.
I can't just put something that floats out to nothing. Yeah, I would put it in line with this the black grid line here right in the middle. Personally.
One of them will be. Or do you want it
Oh!
to start there? Do you want it to start there? Because there's going to be 4 of them, right?
You know what? That's just an okay place. If you want to put all 4 there, I trust you to lay things out there. Yeah, I don't know if you want to go left or right or the other way back.
Well, are you trying to like line it up with the first splitter or something? Is that what's
No,
happening?
it's actually a perfect 90-degree turn off from the first splitter.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it's perfectly in line with this.
Gotcha.
But I don't know if you want that. You probably don't want that. So, but now you have the context of where that is. All right, I'm gonna keep making decisions on this side while you do that. I have to power all of these. I'm gonna do that after I lay down the conveyors. All right. Hold on. Brain. Smart plating. Smart plating is now done, right? So we have this done. We have this done. Then I need just rotors into storage. And then I need just reinforced iron plating into storage. So this is all my goals for this. I love this. Oh, wrong button. So much. I just got the biggest, dumbest grin on my face right now. Okay. So this is smart plating, and then smart plating is going to... Oh, I probably got the storage backwards. I want this to be my storage for smart plating. I haven't really started doing vertical stacking of storage, though, which I don't know if is a problem or not.
Should be fine. The what you call it? Stackable conveyor pulls are super good, and let you just kind of like plop more conveyor belts on top of existing conveyor belts.
All right, so
you
that
can
works
use those
there.
later.
Now, the stackable comes in super handy. Yeah, we'll probably check that out in a second once this gets super clogged up. All right, so that's there. That's lined up. Ignore that ping. That ping had
Okay.
nothing to do with you. All right. No, that was supposed to line up. Oh my god, this game. Okay. All right, I think I nailed it. Yes. Okay. So this is now going to be modular iron frames. So this doesn't need to be here anymore. So for modular iron frames, I have reinforced iron plates. One, two. Those nice, beautiful, just stunning 90-degree turns. Oh, wait. Hold on. Okay. Iron plates, which means this needs to be an iron plate. And then this needs to be screws, correct? Iron plate and screws. Did I get these correct yet?
No.
Screws. Iron rods. Okay. You alright, Chris?
I found another iron mine, Surge.
Wait, what do you mean you found another iron mine?
I found an iron node where I wanted to put foundation for these smelters.
Is that another iron mine?
Yeah.
Is it a good one?
I don't know.
Break it open. Did I want that to be bolted plate rather than the plate that you have it? I don't, sorry, what are you talking about, Uno? Uno's saying that's just a
wait.
rock.
Oh, it's just a rock? Oh, thank goodness. I
So-
thought all rocks were mines.
That's just a rock, not a node? Yeah, you're fine. The assembler for reinforced plate. Did you want that to be bolted plate? No? No? Reinforced iron plate? Reinforced iron plate? The alternative? Not yet. I don't know if we want to bump that up yet to make it slightly more efficient. I just
What
don't.
alternative?
I have an alternate recipe that might be more efficient. I don't know yet. I'm going to go with the basic ones for now, and then we can talk about that after.
Do they take the same ingredients?
Yes. Sorry.
I mean,
one,
then it should be pretty simple, right?
I think it's just a more scaled up version. I think it's just a hungrier version. Sure, let's throw that for alternate bolt plate for both. Yeah. So the regular recipe is 6 iron sheets, 12 screws, and it produces 1 every 12 seconds. No. And the other one makes 3. It literally triples it, except it's a little bit more screw hungry. I think the issue with this recipe though, Uno, is we're never going to be able to produce enough screws.
Just make 3.
Wait, oh no, 50 parts per
constructors.
minute. No, it's perfect. It's actually perfect. No, wait, no. It wants 250 screws per minute in order to function. As opposed to... Go ahead.
Just make multiple constructors and merge them together, right? Like make multiple screw constructors and then have a merger before going into the... Am I talking crazy?
No, you're not. I just have to rework everything then. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. So
Oh.
this is going to be a rotor. This is going to be the alternate recipe for that, which now means I have to rip this out. Because you're right. In order to get more screws into the back of this... actually, give me a second here. I have to go all the way back and redo everything here. So rotor requires rod and screw. Rotor requires screw and rod. So this requires iron plate and screw. Your iron plate. You are screw. Screw. Now, there's actually no point in going too much higher than that because I can only move 120. If I do 3, it backs up and we're wasting 30. I can't do 5 constructors because my conveyor belts will never make that work. Right? There's no combinations of mergers and screwers that'll make that work. Screwers. Mergers and screws that can make that work.
I don't want to give you terrible spoilers, but like there are conveyor belts faster than Mark II, and I think
We'll get there pretty fast. All right, you know what? Let's do
you
5
could
then.
get there
Sure.
reasonably fast. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm out of constructors. No. If we do this, then what we have right now just doesn't work. Hey, what's up, Suffix? I'd rather overclock these than dedicate 5.
Ooh, overclock. There's an idea.
All right. I am going to move this over, though. We're going to put this one in line.
I don't think in overclocking, so you should definitely call me out on that one. You should remember overclocking, because I won't.
Noted. 1, 2.
I'm someone who has never overclocked their computer.
All right, that's now in. No. What have I done? So this needs to be... iron plate, and then we're going to do 3 screws doubled is 250. Okay, 1, 2, 3. We're gonna give you 3. That's all you get. You get 3. You get 3. So if I put a merger here, and then I put a merger here. What have I done? No, merger takes 3 inputs. I'm putting that in a dumb spot. Merger takes 3 inputs and puts it into 1 spot. So I should put the merger right in front of the thingy I want to put into it. How many plates does one constructor need per minute? Normal plates? This one's going to need 90, which we can also upgrade. So we can over... This is dumb. I'm not using the alternate recipe. I'm done. It's too hungry. And I don't care. It's going back to the regular recipe. We're not going to talk about the other one because the other one is dumb.
You tell him, Serge.
Too much math. There's too much math for my little baby brain to handle here. All right, what was I doing in my life? Right. All right, I think that lines up. There we go. Oh, no, we wanted the right one to line up. No, this is fine. Okay. You're going to produce reinforced plate. The next thing we're going to make here is rotors. So reinforced plate needs iron plate and screws. So you are iron plate, you are screws. Excellent. For the screws to connect, we go 1, 2, 1, 2. All right. That's screws. That's iron plate. Excellent. Serge, yeah, this is the equivalent of like a table flip, except the table flip is a Kanban board. All right, and now I need to make another assembler here. Let's put this in line. That's straight in. Great. So this is going to make us modular frames. So we have reinforced iron plates going in, and on the other side, we just need iron rods. So you are now iron rods. Congratulations. Congratulations on your new role. One, two. All right. Does that work perfectly? I think it is. Oh my god. Oh. Oh, that's so satisfying. Look upon that curve and tremble. Eh? Isn't that beautiful? I'm wearing your favorite Desert Bus shirt today. It's a very good one. Okay. That's the smart plating. What are you making? You're making modular frames. Okay. Output. Output. What? Okay, is that going to work the way I want it to? Oh, yes. Oh, it's beautiful. Okay. So once these start getting stuff, that's going to be making us the reinforced, pardon me, the modular frames, which I'm really happy about. Check. Now, I need... You have this open in the background while I'm doing schoolwork, and it sounds like you're assembling IKEA furniture. Ah. I might need to start stacking stuff now. Can I stack on top? I can't. Oh my god. How high can I stack this?
Infinite? I think I've stacked them up to like 7 or 8. But I think they go as much as you want.
Okay. So I need, what are they called? Reinforced iron plates to get into here now, which means I need another assembler right over here. Can't afford.
Love this.
Note the sides are ladders that can help you get up as well. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. I can't even begin to tell you how happy this is all making me, friends. Oh, do we have iron getting up into the system at all now, Fuji? Because if so, I'm going to start...
Not yet.
Okay, because I don't have any power yet. So, right. Okay, okay, okay. I can't... I struggle to express how happy I am at this particular moment.
It's looking really good. I'm pretty excited.
Sorry, I didn't mean to ping you there. Okay, so this is just going to be, once again, reinforced iron plates. Why is it so dark? The fact that we can't put lights on the floor to see at night really baffles me.
Yeah. It'd be so nice to, yeah, like plop some lights down,
plates and
illuminate
screws.
things a bit.
Okay, you are iron plates. You are screws. Great. Okay. So now Okay, my first ever vertical stacked. Please. I know people were asking me to start doing this a while ago. I mean, I know you can have a flashlight, but like a flashlight isn't the same as having floor lights, right? Is this a different game
Or
from last
ceiling
weekend? No,
lights.
this is the same one. Yeah, like imagine if I could have lights all over the place so I could see other things better. That's the problem I'm having. Okay, now I need rotor production. Rotor production is going to go into this one. Okay, how am I going to stack storage for that one? Maybe, should we go up another level? You know what? Yes. How do I go taller? Do I mouse wheel? How do I go taller? How do I stack one of these onto another one?
You just aim up.
Okay, so I need to be above it.
You don't have to be above it. You just have to aim towards the top of it.
I need to be above it. There we go. Excellent. Okay. All right, we're doing it. Ah! What are you even good for ladder?
Wow.
Seriously, the amount of times I build those towers and I just like fall. Oh, so at the end of the day, we have an issue, my friend, and that is we are actually 2 constructors short.
Build more constructors? Like, this seems like a very easily solvable problem.
All right. You know what? Fair enough.
We explicitly chose the design in which you can just keep adding infinite constructors to the end of this line, and it's fine for a reason.
All right, I stand corrected. All right, we don't have a problem, chat. Everything is fine.
Your forward thinking prevented this from being a problem.
Ooh, you hear that, chat? Forward thinking. Ooh. Is this going to... No. I have encountered a problem. Ah, it's not a big deal. Okay. Okay. Good. Good. Are you okay?
Surprisingly, yes. I did not get any damage from just falling off the edge there.
All right. So these are going to be rotors. Now, this is going to be iron plates. No, this is going to be screws. Okay.
Hey, why are these?
And then we're going to go
small-
under next. Are you okay, friend?
None of the smelters were configured to make iron ingots.
Oh.
So now I need to go do that. I forgot that that was a step. I don't fully understand why
Okay.
it is a step, but
Screws, rods, iron plate. All right. Now I just need to get those into their storage area. How do I get 3 more? I'm going to put them beside 1, 2, 3 layers. How? I need another platform here. No! No! Discovered you somehow acquired a second set of hub parts. Interesting. Do I need to move this? It's so pretty, but I don't have room for the second line. Oh, maybe the second line can just float. Yeah, let's go ahead and just say the second line is going to float. Okay.
What are you worried about?
I need my conveyor belts to go over this way. So I think I'm fine. I don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Just use one of them stackables.
Yes. I have a plan.
I want to see like 7 conveyor belts layered on top of each other.
We're not going that high. Okay. And then what we do here.
Okay. It's working.
Wait, I don't need to go 3 high.
Yes.
Okay. Wait, no. No! 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 No, why are you so ugly? Why aren't you running parallel? You fools! Oh, I'm the
my
fool.
fault?
I'm the fool. This is doable. Okay, it just needs to move over 1, 2. Right? Is that a 90-degree angle now? Perfect. Okay. All right, everything is right in the world again. There we go. There we go. Okay. So, just go higher? This is fine. This is fine. This is fine.
I'm really excited to see what you've done.
What if I get rid of this intervening step? One of them is backwards. We'll fix that after. How do I get to here, chat? Okay, I can get from... Oh, I need... Do I just do this? You know what? I'm just going to do that, and I'm not going to worry about it, because it makes me happy. You're going the right way. You're going the right way. You're going the right way. All these conveyor belts seem to be going the right way, friends. No, we good. We good. I'm fighting the flow there. Does this even make sense? Oh, out of concrete. No. If you need to stand on a belt. Wait, if you need to stand on a belt, the very edge doesn't move. Don't know if I quite understand. Do I hate that? I don't know if I hate that. No, I do hate that. Okay. Good talk. Because I think I just do this now. No, if I'm doing... Yes. Okay, I have a plan now. I have a plan. I figured it out. There we go. Please. Can't afford. No! Oh! Can use your belt as a jungle gym. Sorry, what do you mean by a belt though? When you're saying use my belt as a jungle gym, what is a belt in this sentence? Oh, should I be Should I just be doing elevators here instead of these giant angling things? Oh, that could be way prettier. Uh-oh. Do you like these diagonals or do you prefer that they're just straight lines that go into an elevator, chat? Actually, now that I'm looking at that, that's absolutely what I'm going to do. I think that's going to look so much cleaner. Yeah. Oh, wait. That has to go taller? That actually only works for the highest ones. Okay. Well, that's a pretty clean answer. I think I like that diagonal, though. I think on this side it's fine. Or, no. No, it's not.
Can I start piping iron into the system, Surge?
Yeah, I don't have it powered yet, but in just a second here.
Oh, okay, cool.
Is that going to work? Do you know if this is working? I can't tell.
It worked.
Oh, it's beautiful.
I like it.
I think this is very pretty. I think this is very pretty. Okay, Now to give them all power. No, my perfect grid. You have to be moved over by one? I hate you.
Whoa.
You know, it's close enough. Hello, Jojo. Bringing me lunch, my love. All right, and I want to run all of that power off to the left here. All right, we're doing it.
All right. Time
the-
for maths.
Was the last one powered? It should have been. Actually, hold on. Before, I'm really curious what the... All right, we're currently somewhere between like 8... Oh, it's starting... Is it starting to ramp up? Are we getting stuff here? Okay, remember we're... Oh, some of it's working! Why is it not on a corner? It's fine. It's fine. Okay, give me a second here. I'm really curious what our total power demand is going to be for all of this.
Probably not actually as much as you'd expect.
I'm guessing we're going to hit like 300.
I don't think so.
Really? And then I have...
I'd put it at 200, 220.
Huh. All right, it's all plugged in. Oh. Is it all working now? Hold on. Right, it's going to take a while to backfill. So let me see what you've done here. Oh, we only have the one in. Ah. Oh, and you're going to take a guess as to where it's happening and then inject it later?
I need to go down the line and do some calculations to figure out where to put the mergers in.
I don't know what I'm looking at, but it looks delicious. Hey, what's up, the POV? Thank you very much for 18 months of support. Joe made some kind of chicken moco loco looking thing. So I've got a fried egg, gravy, chicken on rice. Heck yeah.
Can I get some of that? That sounds delicious.
There's an ocean between us. I'm sorry, my friend. Alma, thank you for that resub and 20 months of support.
Just tie it to a what's a large bird? A goose?
Yep, some type of carrier
Fly it
pigeon.
over.
A Canada goose. Oh, sorry. Is it a Loco Moco or Moco Loco? I got that backwards. It's a Hawaiian dish. It's a Hawaiian breakfast dish. White rice. On top of the white rice, you put a hamburger patty. On top of the hamburger patty, a fried egg, and then you drizzle gravy all over it. It's amazing.
Ooh. That sounds delicious.
And I can't remember if it's a Loco Moco or a Moco Loco right now. Joe says Moco Loco. All right. We are so close to this being done and ready, my friend.
15, 15, 60, 75, 105. Okay, so
180. Oh, sorry.
merger go here.
Oh, I see.
So the idea here, maybe I'm hecking this up. It's probably fine. It's probably fine. The idea here is that if the lane is 120, we want to merge in before we use 120. Otherwise, things will get starved.
I like it. I like it.
And so I'm counting up until we've used 105 iron ingots. It's probably not perfect. I don't know what perfect is.
Let's not have perfect be the enemy of we're getting it done.
Yeah. 30, 60, 75, 90.
What stage of the game are we in right now? So we're at the very top end of iron production. We're not quite in with steel production yet, though. And then if we talk about power, there's 3 tiers of power. There's manual power of like burning leaves. There's coal power, which is automatable, which we're at. And then there's nuclear power. So I think we're pretty solidly in the mid game or at the end of the early game. I don't know. Let me know what you think, chat. Where are we? Wait, there's oil between coal and nuclear? Oh man. Okay.
There's all sorts of cool things left to do.
Not quite mid game. I feel as though this is a little slow. Are these Mach 2 conveyor belts yet, Fuji? No, those are all
The
Mach
ones
1.
that I've been placing down are all Mach 1 because I didn't want to
Spend all my
deal with
resources?
getting like I
got
didn't
it.
want to get like 100,000 refined plate.
Okay. Well, I've got like 700 on me right now.
Okay. So yeah, you can feel free to upgrade those.
All right. According to chat, Fuji, this is either the late early or the beginning mid.
Okay.
Yeah, look how zoomy it is now. All right, so down here. Just really need to figure out where I need to speed things up from.
All of the ones in between are Mach 2. But everything everything below is not, so.
Yeah. I'm just thinking after the mergers, everything has to be Mach 2.
Yeah.
But I'm just wondering what before there needs to be, if anything.
Nothing. I can also go grab some refined plate and start upgrading things as well.
So hold on. How many... I think this one probably needs to be upgraded.
Where's our refined plate storage? That's the question.
It's like the third. If you're on the production side, it's the third from the left.
Excellent.
Yeah, so that goes. That's fine. This should probably be upgraded, which means that should be upgraded. There's like weird little sneaky middle ones that probably need to be upgraded that we could miss. That could be weird bottlenecks like that.
So, I don't know if you already know this, but the number of lights on the conveyor belt tells you the tier. So if it has 3 lights, it's Mach 1, and if it has 1 big light, it's Mach 2.
Oh, I could tell by the height of the guardrail.
Oh.
Is there a reason not to upgrade everything? Yes. It's expensive, and we don't necessarily need it. Have we done... Do we need to upgrade the ore?
Yeah.
Okay, that'll be the next bottleneck we have.
I'm on my way down. I can double check things too.
Oh, something that a lot of people have been telling me for faster movement speed that only just clicked in my brain between streams. They're saying jump crouch. This is what the jump crouch looks like. It kind of just flings you forward. It's very interesting. It's a very interesting way to move. Can you check all of the ore lines specifically from the miners towards the base?
Yep.
Okay, that needs to be upgraded. That's 60, that's 60. This should all be 120 now. Excellent. Uh-oh. Okay, so that's 120. Goes into here, splits into 60 and 60, so you're fine. This is 120, so this whole thing needs to be upgraded. Looks like Fuji already got that one. My concrete is full. That's perfect. Working as intended.
30, 30, 60.
The goal will eventually be to have everything basically stop. 120, 60, 30, 30. Oh, we're doing the exact same steps here. Good.
I think everything's good now.
120, 60. That's fine.
I guess we can upgrade the lift, so that's fine.
I already upgraded the lifts from the other side. I think any lift going up or down is only 60. Did I tell the last 2 constructors what to do? Let me check. I thought I did.
Yeah, everything's looking pretty good.
Yeah, everything's... Look, it's all working! It's all working, and I am so pleased right now. Okay. Oh, Fuji!
We did it. Retire champion.
All right, so this is... Let's actually empty out some of my shame chests now. All right, so this is supposed to be iron plates. This is iron rods. So the only thing we don't have is... Eventually I was talking about wanting to like... Oops. Wanting to like feed... If a production line was totally full, then like send the excess over. But I think that's silly. That way lies madness, right?
Like into the awesome crusher.
Yeah, or just into anything. But
yeah, I
I think it's doable, but maybe not worth.
So, like, what thing we could do, right, is at the end of the manifold of the iron ingots, we could send those to the crusher.
Oh!
So it's like, okay, we've gone through, we've tried to fill everything up, and they're all full, so send it to the crusher.
That's an interesting excess. It's not the most efficient because it wants to. The way the game goes is it wants to. It'll give you more coupons based on how fancy the thing you sent is.
Yeah.
Try to do this from afar, and
I mean, the other thing is, you later when we get smart splitters, you could put smart splitters right in front of all of the containers.
Yeah.
And say,
yeah,
send the
there we
overflow
go.
out. The downside of that is the spacing of it might be a little annoying.
Yeah.
But probably not a big deal.
All right, I have 14 extra overchargers, by the way. I'm so pleased with this. Look, isn't it beautiful? We have 2 that aren't moving.
What?
I guess
It should just be one. One isn't moving.
Oh, okay. All right, the third one's moving a little bit slower. Yeah, the first one, everything's getting pulled out very efficiently now. The second one is moving basically nonstop. The third one, the fourth one's not plugged in yet. Oh, right, we haven't checked our power usage. Our power usage at its peak was just shy of 300.
Oh, wow. The fourth one isn't moving because you don't have enough constructors.
Oh, really? So 12 constructors are not eating 480 iron, eh?
Yeah. That's the state we're at.
Huh.
And the third one moves very slowly because the constructors past the injection point aren't doing a whole lot. There's only 3.
I am actually shocked to find out that despite everything we've just done, we still have so much more capacity to expand. That's wild.
Yeah, I can.
Huh.
I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, I'm like, could we try to do clever things?
Go on.
Because I'm just like, we could try to make this run a little faster, in the sense that we could maybe take, I don't know how much I want to spend trying to optimize this, right? Where it's like, we could take the injection lines and use a splitter on them so that we could merge more frequently into the bus line, but that would slow down the main line, the first line more, so I don't know.
Yeah, like, let's look at some of our machines here. This machine, oh, our smart plating is operating at 95% efficiency. That shocks me. The rotors are at 50% efficiency. We're bottlenecked by our screw production. This is at 67% bottlenecked by our iron plate. I mean, I guess this is a sort of place where we could go through. You know what I could do? Actually, I'm going to start overclocking.
Oh, geez. Okay, that's going to affect all the math. That's fine.
Oh, yeah, your math, specifically where you inject more iron ore into the system, is we're going to have to change things a bit.
Yeah, you can overclock things. It just means we have to move where the merge points are,
Yeah.
which is fine.
Yeah. So
it
I'm going to double the screw production here. So that means I don't know what that means. Give me a second here. Okay. This is now producing. This should now be making 100 screws per minute instead of 25. Hold on, is that? Let's see. Yeah, 100 screws per minute. This wanted 100 screws per minute. There we go. So this should now be operating at 100. Wait, no, it'll. No, I don't want to balance everything. Okay, whatever. That's gonna be close enough, right? Because it wants 20 iron rods, and I'm only giving it 15. But we've given it all the screws it needs, and that makes me happier. Now, how are you doing? You need more iron plates. All right. So you're currently producing 20 parts per minute, and you need 30. Okay, we're going to give you a little 50% boost here. You can overclock for the not full 50%. Yeah, but that makes the math really weird, the LRAD. Or maybe I will just do that and then let Chris sort of figure everything else out.
Yeah.
Hey,
Make me
Dryo,
deal
thanks
with
for the 100 bits. So because of your fastener deficiency, would you say you're screwed? Wow.
That's good.
Oh, it shows you the fractions. All right, 20.1 production per minute. That's the best I could do. We've overclocked at 134%. You know what? It makes me happy. It's fine. Okay. So that should give this 20 per minute, 100 per minute. That should give you 100% efficiency. This one needed 60 and 30. What are we producing? We're producing 30 and... All right, that's going to be perfect. That'll be 100% now. 60 and 30. This makes me so happy. I can't even begin to tell you how happy this makes me. Okay, you needed 30. Okay, now you need 60. What I'm going to do with the excess point 01, look. How far can this madness go? Okay. Oh, actually, hold on a second here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do anything with this side. This needs to produce 3 per minute. Oh, it's producing 5 per minute. Okay, I'm okay with that excess. All right. You need 30, 60. Let's do that again. Is it wrong that this makes me just as happy as it does? Like,
No.
all right, we need 20 and 100. Pawn Baron, thank you for 8 months of support. I really, really, really appreciate it. You're starting to feel the efficiency throw. Yeah, let the efficiency flow. All right, so I can't make the second layer of assemblers get to 100% efficiency, but provided that Chris can match the iron demand we need, which we should, because we had a ton of excess capacity there, right? Oh, shoot, I need to... yeah, there's a couple things I need to improve. You are producing 60, so that keeps up. You are producing 60, you're fine. I think one of these conveyor belts needs to be up to 100 though. 60, you're fine. It's this one. There we go. Can you type? Oh, when you're going for the goal? Oh my god! Yes! Oh, we got rid of that 0.1% inefficiency. Oh. Galaxy brain over there, M-Drift. There. We're no longer... Wait. No, 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 no. No, it's rounding. No, don't you round on me. Don't you round on me. I can't. It can only round down to the 100th. So I'd rather overproduce than have any waste. Wait. It depends which side we want the waste on. I want the waste on the output side, not the input side. Why are you not getting anything? Oh, we're starting to get starved. Chris, we're getting starved for iron here.
Yeah, because you just cranked it up.
Yeah, the fourth one here is getting missed. So
I'm not moving the merge points until you're done with the overclocking.
Oh, you're smart.
I'm waiting.
It's like you've worked with people before. All right, there we go.
I've interacted with a product manager or two in my day. You know?
Whoa, 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 whoa. All right, I believe that I am done on that side. All right, give me one quick second. I'm going to run away and use the washroom. I'll be right back. Hey, oh, first off, hi, I'm back, friends. Right. I'm not just playing a game I love with a friend. I'm also broadcasting to an audience. So I didn't want to be like, hey, guess what, Chris? And not say, like, guess what? I'm back from my break. Yeah. James just invited me to the Factorio stream as well. So I might hop from one optimization game into the other one. I'm very excited about that.
Awesome. I'm excited.
I'm so excited about this. Look at all of this. Isn't this the most beautiful thing you've ever seen, chat? Why are
It's
you...
actually...
Go ahead.
I'm like remarkable. The smelter setup and everything is remarkable to me. Like everything is nice and symmetrical. Flows beautifully.
All right, you're updating that flow there. Look, oh, this is just so beautiful. It's just so orderly. You got those order emotes in chat? I want to see those order emotes. Do you not appreciate this? Look at the pink light shining on all of this, just being like, yeah, that's beautiful. Mothra agrees. Mothra says it's very pretty.
What? What happened?
What's up?
Why aren't we... Why is one of the lines not full anymore coming in? Where's the problem?
Yeah. All right, let's start going back. All right, it seems to be top and bottom. Ah, I found... Wait.
Let's...
No. That's Mach 2.
Did you overclock? Did you not overclock this mine, or?
Oh!
It's not overclocked. I found
We
our
found the problem. Just trace it all the way back to the root. I didn't... Wait. Oh my god. Take a look at all the mines.
Are they all not overclocked?
Yeah. Hey, remember when I
do on the
remember when I promised you 480 iron? I lied. Okay, we might have to go find some slugs.
Just do these two to start with, if you have enough. Wait, how many slugs do we have? Did you waste all the slugs on the constructors and not the mine search?
No. Maybe. This is fine. This is fine. Another big part of this game is exploration. Hold on. Somebody asked me to do this a while ago. I'm going to throw a ticket inside of the machine here.
Oh no! If it explodes,
no, I don't think they're trolling me.
I'm concerned.
Hey, what's up? What's up, Manalik? 23 months, Twitch Prime. All right, hold on. That goes there. You wanna go for a little walkabout with me? All right, hold on. Let's just make sure we have everything we need here. We have some concrete. We have some iron plates. We got some rods. Got some screws. I want basically a stack of everything on me as I go out on this adventure. And then while we do that, we're going to be accumulating all of the rods we need. Oh, do you want a gun?
I'm okay.
Yeah? You want to go on this adventure with me? Which direction have we not gone? Oh, do I have... I need more of the beacon thingies.
Oh, I see a slug right there.
It's in a poison area.
That? The one on the cliff over our smelter?
Yeah, that yellow one. Oh, so here's an interesting thing for you, Chris. If you haven't done much exploration, yellow slugs are worth 2 power cells. I've never found a pink one, but they're worth 3. Wait, you pinged over there. Oh, over that way. All right, let's go that way.
It's right there. If you built another lookout tower, you could just hop over to it.
Can you stack lookout towers?
Probably not.
No. How do I get up there? Why are we deciding to leave at night?
I don't know.
Are you walking with me? We're gonna go for an adventure together?
Okay.
We'll probably wrap it at about 1:45. Is that enough time for you to get stuff started, or do you wanna bounce out early while I do this ridiculous exploration thing so you can prepare the server for Factorio?
Yeah, actually, maybe I'll just fix the mergers here while you go on an adventure, and then hop out a little.
Okay,
early
sure.
so I can
Yeah.
Get lunch too. Unfortunately, I do not have a Joe at my house.
Yeah, somebody who brings you delicious and nutritious home-cooked meals.
Yeah,
I'm very lucky.
she's great.
Joe is great. Just Fortnite over there? It's fine. It's fine. If I was meant to platform everywhere, I wouldn't have feet. That doesn't even make sense, Serge. God, it's so dark. Can I turn the brightness up at night? No, I have a Serge, you have a flashlight.
Spoken like a real Minecraft streamer.
Wait, what's this? Oh, more impure iron. So the exciting thing is I can just keep scaling what you've made us. Are you going to join for tomorrow's stream too?
Yeah.
You want to get it? Oh, yeah, you're going to get into... Oop, I found friends.
Yeah, I want to be here for steel. The era of steel.
Ow. Hey, remember that this game also has combat chat? It's just not all... all exploration. All right, hold on. Oh, there's the slug. Is there another one that you can see from where you are? Just this one. You can turn up the brightness on your monitor. Oh, I'm never going to live that down. We needed... Can you do me a favor, Chris? Can you check over in that direction? There were 2 more miners that I may have also forgotten to overclock. That'll tell me if I need to get 4 slugs or if I need to get 8 slugs.
I can check all the miners again, yeah. Oh, did you... Yeah, okay, so you know that the 2 by the smelters are not overclocked, and now you just need these 2. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. There's the other 2. There's the ones attached to the impure.
Yeah.
Who knows, chat? Maybe we'll find another shipwreck and we can get even more advanced technology.
You overclocked both of these.
I did? Oh, okay, great. So I'm only short 4. I still want to grab a bunch, though, if I can. Ooh, berries. That was a large animal noise in the distance. Ah, I found another slug. Oh, there's that cool high school S. Have you found those yet? Why not use a life scanner for this? I built one and I thought it was kind of useless, so I just put it in a box and never looked at it again. I take it the life scanner can find life like a slug. You don't just have to hunt for them blindly. Hey, we found a shipwreck! Why didn't I use the tool? Because it never occurred to me. Surge, the life scanner can scan for life? Yeah, but like, what is life, man? You know? What's here? There's always an enemy here. Why are there no enemies here? Aha. What? It dodged when it heard the shot. Okay, that's obviously cheating.
How dare. How dare they?
Yeah, I don't know what we're ever going to do with these encased industrial beams and stuff like that, but it's going to be pretty cool when we get there. Requires a quick wire? No idea what a quick wire is.
The Qatar something ore? The yellowy ore?
Okay. So we can't open this pod, which is a shame.
The research tree for that is also very good. I highly recommend it.
The Caterium or whatever?
Yeah.
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 While I'm out here, I also want to grab more sulfur and all that other good stuff.
60. 75.
Get back over here. Ow. Ow! It can't miss! Please report this spitter for aimbot. Oops. It's obviously hacking. Was that a yellow slug to the right of the green one between the trees? Yeah, I also need more quartz. So up there, we looked down, we saw the green one. Roughly in which direction did you think you saw one? Oh, you mean that one? You mean that yellow slug right over there? Nice spot. Nice spot. Hello, little bird friend. By the way, I love them so much. The weird little armadillo birds. Ah. Oh, that's a large lad.
Yeah.
No. No. Ow. Ow. Help. It hits like a truck. Okay, it can be dodged. Yo. All right, there we go. Yeah, yellow is 2, so that's the 4 we need right now. But we are out on an adventure. Let's see if we can't find another shipwreck. Let's deal with these bees first. Ow. I legit love the way these things fly. It's very interesting to me. Okay, that looks like the Caterium or whatever. Oh, it's sulfur. I needed sulfur as well. This game is so pretty.
Alrighty.
Ooh, quartz. What tech do I need to get the better zapper, chat? Is it through the Caterium tree or is it somewhere else? Ooh. Deep in the jungle here. It's in tier 4? Oh, okay. So, steel stuff. Ah, we're in a cave. Okay, I'd rather fight spitters than spiders. How many shots do you take? I thought that purple up there might have been quartz. The better gun is through Silver. The Xenobasher's Tech 4. Okay, hey! Hey there, little yellow buddy. All right, we've got ourselves 6 slugs now. That feels pretty good.
Nice.
I imagine we might have to overclock some more stuff in a bit. Are we at the point where we need to start scaling out our copper as well now? There's still only 3 copper outputs, right? Oh! I found another shipwreck. Amazing. Let's dance.
I don't know that you need to scale copper that much. I don't think I've scaled copper at all.
There are some like weird alloys we're gonna need in the future.
Hmm.
Come on.
We can deal with that when we get there.
Yeah, I guess so. It's a problem for future us.
Yeah. I think like looking at what we did today, I feel like iron is doing well. I think iron is solved maybe.
I think it's solved at least in the point that we're probably just going to scale what we have. Like we don't it's not a problem anymore. It's maybe just a volume issue. It's not a logic issue.
Yeah, and so I think tomorrow we can just deal with steel.
Yeah, scale stuff up. All right. God, I'm gonna find spiders, aren't I? Have you encountered a spider yet, friend?
Absolutely not. I don't want to.
Yeah. Do not recommend.
Not excited about that aspect of the game.
I mean, I did show you. Oh, I haven't showed you yet. I described what the spider-free mode is.
Yeah, I think I saw a screenshot of it.
Okay, more quartz. This might be 2 packages here. What do you think? Do you think update 4 is going to have hostile fish enemies?
Maybe.
All right. What do you need? Requires 4 steel beams. Well, that's a problem.
All right, but I'm gonna hop off and get myself some food.
Yeah, no worries. No worries.
Cool.
I'll talk to you shortly, my friend.
Yeah, have a good one.
Yeah. All right, let's hop out of there. Alrighty. If at all possible, I do not like wearing headphones. The cat mode doesn't really solve the problem for you. Is it like the noise they make when they skitter? Does this one have another? Ah, it doesn't. Okay, I was kind of hoping. So we've encountered 2 pods that we just don't have the technology to open yet, which is a little bit disappointing. Oh, right. No, this one hasn't been solved yet. We only mark it once we've solved it. Otherwise, we put a beacon down. There should be more gear. Maybe not? Okay, that's fine. Headphone glass is not a great combo. These are really comfortable headphones. At least they're like the best I could find. But even still, you know, wearing them for absolute hours is pretty bad. Oh, there's a passive mod? Oh, it's a mod for passive mode. What's up, Gisep? Good to see you, friend. Yeah, I mean, if there's peaceful, by all means, go for it. I don't think, if you're here to solve automation, I don't necessarily think the combat is something you have to have, right? All right, we're still not too far from our base. Let's just do kind of a wide swing here. I'd love if we could open 1 pod, and that way we could have a new technology for tomorrow's stream. I think we've solved 3 total in our current world. I think that's how many bonus techs we have right now. You have a pair of Sennheiser RS150s that are good, over-ear headphones that are wireless and work really nice. Yeah, these are wireless Boss, however you pronounce that word. They can Bluetooth, but then I have to fuss about with batteries and stuff like that. So I typically just keep them plugged in. Let's grab this quartz. Oh, what are you? Pure iron. One pure iron, and what are you? 1 pure iron, 1. This, my little brain is telling me, is how the game says, you know what? Maybe you'll need an alloy in the future. 1 times pure iron, 1 normal copper. Very interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, I already put the ticket inside of the fun thing. I didn't get a notification or anything like that, so I guess we'll see when we get back. Oh my god, look at the color of this water. Ever just want to go for a swim chat? Wait. Cave? Water cave exploration? There we go. Is that what I think it is or no? Maybe not. You like your Sony WH-1000s? They are comfy with glasses too, but eventually you feel the side of the head? Yeah. Alright, is that iron or is that the Caterium that we were hoping for? Copper. Don't think we're going to find a ship. I mean, we found 2 already. Let's just ignore that, friend. You know what? No, my gamer sensors are tingling. Ow. Let's dance. In this clearing on the other side of this trees, we're going to find one. Right here. You ready for it? All my years playing video games have led to this moment. Led to this moment. What is this rock? Ah! You know what this is? This is probably something you blow up with explosives that you get later. I know what that texture means in a video game. There's a pod right around here? Or are you just telling me that to make me feel better? Pod? Maybe I was lied to. Oh, right, I guess I do have explosives now. I felt like maybe I didn't have explosives as I haven't, like, unlocked the tier with it, but I am making it, so I guess I could be blowing stuff up, right? The pod was a joke? No! Can't play with my feelings like that. Oh. I see I missed. Oops. I thought that was my healing item. Okay, well, my years of playing video games have amounted to nothing. Can the scanner find Rex? I don't even have a scanner on me. Note to self, start carrying a scanner with you. Okay, let's head back to the base. Which is this way. There was a ramp up into the side. I'm so surprised. This was a perfect clearing for a... Wait, hold on. One last check. Mark the rock thing. When we need it, we'll find more. I'm not too worried about it. I know I need copper and I know I need iron. I don't actually know what we get from under the rock yet, so I'm not too worried about it. We'll just go with explosives next time we go. We'll probably find more things. It's not here either. That's wild. Okay, let's ignore the murder cave. Why not use the mineral scanner? I find sometimes it's worth marking if it's a good node ahead of time. Because, like, if I find one with pure nodes, for example, that's a lot more valuable to me than when I need more iron. Finding there could be something random. It's like if I've already scouted out something that's interesting, I'd like to leave a note. regarding those minerals. And I realize that's also contradictory to why I'm not leaving a note for the other one, but it's already getting pretty full. I don't know if any of that makes sense. Makes sense in my mind. You have explosives? Do you have a detonator? I didn't even know you needed a detonator. I don't even know if I have explosives. I have like 30 black powder, which in my mind is something that explodes. Am I being attacked? I am. Please don't just yeet me off the edge. Black powder just burns? Oh, you have to put it in something for it to explode. That makes sense. We found somebody who actually paid attention in chemistry class. A random surge fact. Oops, I'm being attacked by something. I don't care, I'm just gonna run away. I never actually did high school chemistry. Somehow, the way high school credits were calculated, there was biology, chemistry, and physics. I only needed to take one of the three, so I did physics. I didn't do biology or chemistry. What were they guarding? I think sometimes they just guard ledges. Hello, Flap Flap. Arclight also never took bio. Oh, there's two of you. Are they always guarding something, or sometimes are mobs just spaced out around the map? Like, is this a clue that I should start hunting? Oh, hello. I was talking. As a chemical engineer, that pains you to hear? It's not that I'm not somebody who appreciates science. It's just not the way my brain works. Yeah, I liked math. And physics was more math. Chemistry and biology didn't feel very math-like. Biology felt like a lot of memorization, which may have just been me doing it wrong. Oh, you know what, sure, let's just head down. Max says I took chemistry and physics because I was a keener. Yeah. I mean, that's valid too. Chemistry definitely has math. Oh, I imagine it doesn't not have math. It just didn't seem as much at the time, at least for me. All right, have you eaten that ticket? No. Maybe I put it at the bottom here? Okay, it's eaten the ticket. Cyber Wagon now available. That's kind of cool.
Incorporated does not waste. As a reward for your creative input, I have been given permission to grant you a gift. You can find it in the awesome store. I hope you like it.
Okay.
It was my first solo project.
The Cyber Wagon? All right, well, I definitely don't have 20 tickets, but that's kind of cool. How many tickets do we have? 2! All right, well, we're not getting there anytime soon, that's for sure. All right, well, we have a wagon now. That's very exciting. Oh, actually, all right, last thing we're going to do in today's show, we're going to hit the button. We're going to hit the button to unlock steel.
Milestone reached. Steel production unlocked. Foundry grants access to new, simple steel parts. An additional project part can now be constructed. Progress to the next phase is now possible.
Let's take all these advanced components out of here. And we'll put them in a very fancy box. All right, congratulations. This is all my feature tech that I have. These are technologies that I... Wait, industrial encased beam? Oh, steel beams. Very cool. No, overclock the mines maybe is the first thing we do tomorrow. I think that'll work. Okay, sort all of that. That's good. Yeah, that'll be our warm-up activity tomorrow. You know, a little stretch and a bend and overclock some mines, like as one does, right? So also, Soprano Cat, the issue that happened with the affiliate code last time is apparently it's case sensitive. If we were throwing in a capital S for Satisfactory when generating that link, it would break the URL, I think. I'm sure one of the mods will do a better job of describing that. All right, let's quickly recap what we did today. And that's this. We did just the most incredible redesign, because of course in a previous stream we had also redesigned all of this. So this is the new iron floor, which is producing everything we need pre-steel, which I love. Overhaul the iron production for the nth time. Yeah, but from what Fuji and I understand, we shouldn't have to touch this. And now I realize that I said that before, that we shouldn't have to touch a lot of things, but I love it. I absolutely love it. It has more capacity to scale, which is great. And another way that this has been set up is, ideally, if we get any more iron in the future and all we need is iron, we can actually add it to the backside of this. So let's show off the iron production at the back. Oh, that's getting a little bit backlogged. That's fine. Yeah. So this is the smelter section. This is, help me out, 32 smelters? What is the efficiency of all the assemblers at the end? So the middle layer, I believe, are all at 100% efficiency. Oh, pardon me. This one's at 92? Why are you at 92% efficiency? 30 parts per million. Oh, this one might not be getting enough iron. I don't have time. Oh, right. This isn't getting enough iron because I haven't overclocked everything. All of the assemblers should be at 100% efficiency once we actually overclock all the mines, because we did that math based on the assumption that we were producing 480 iron, which is not true, but will be true in the future. The only one that is not going to be guaranteed 100% efficiency is this one, which is at 90%. Wow, we might... Nope, that's at 100%. Are they all at 100%? Am I a genius? Right. Well, of course, again, 100%? Oh my god. Okay, I can't think of a better possible place to leave that than realizing that everything we've made is 100% efficient. I am so pleased. I am so pleased. I want to give another huge shout out to Fuji. Thank you so much for hopping on and helping me out today. Now, the reason we are ending the show a little bit earlier today is there's another automation game that a lot of people love that also just hit version 1, and that of course is Factorio. So where Satisfactory is first person and early access, Factorio is third person and now fully released and gets a lot more granular. So over at the Loading Ready Run channel, Fuji is going to be leading James and I guess now me, which is kind of exciting, through our first ever exploration of that game. Now, if you want more Satisfactory, tune in tomorrow at 9 a.m. Fuji's going to be joining me again, and we're going to jump into the magical world of steel. Ooh, what does that mean? I don't know. We're going to discover all of that together, which I'm pretty excited about. Will I be streaming again? No, I'm just going to be a guest on that one. Yeah. Oh, I'm excited to check out Factorio. I've heard very, very, very good stuff about it. And who knows? Maybe this ends up turning into something we stream in the future as well when we're done with Satisfactory. But friends, thank you very much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the subs and the bits and chatting and just, all your positivity and stuff like that. Means the world to me. I do need to raid somebody, and logic would dictate that I would raid the Loading Ready Run channel, but they're not going to be live for 15 minutes. So here's what we're going to do. Let's raid another friend, and then, you know what we get to raid? We can raid Pearlescent Moon. Ooh. I've never raided Pearlescent Moon before. This is exciting. Have fun with Factorio. Thank you very much. All right. We've literally never raided Pearlescent Moon before. They are an unbelievably talented Minecraft builder. We've actually gotten a lot of inspiration out of some of our builds from that before. So this is our first time saying hello to their community. Go spread some positivity. Go let somebody know that they are loved. You do a great job of representing this community on the internet and other places. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you later today or tomorrow. Bye, friends.